Take it down to the bunker.
Yes! You win. Fucking yes. Go.
You want to make the final move.
It is.
Once again. Third time.
So, and the fire strike ready to lay a trap.
Oh, is he gonna get it? Yes!
Nice try hold there. If you can get a little bit of more damage. What was that rocket from Sausage? Holy fuck.
Nice, I think Chelsea knows.
Oh, nice rocket. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, true.
You're kind of fast and you can deny the rail, so you
Oh, he sidesteps all the nails. What?
Being aggressive on this heavy. I don't think either player real. What a rocket.
Oh, these rails! These rails! God, God, you're actually going to get out, but no, look at this. It's on heavyweight. Oh, but the rail. So close there.
Mega, on heavy.
Yeah. Didn't quite have the timing. Good HMG, but the back front suits. It's
Good
crippled now.
impression from Spud though.
That second rail from Bratsu. That's what we were saying, 53, 56% rail against the mix there, and another one. Look at him go.
Sitting at 58 at the moment. Forcing another goal for him. Spud always charges in with the shotgun, but yeah, Ratsu's got the LG in hand.
He knows this one so well. Just look at that. Rail first one, and he might even get the crack and the peeker mid-air.
Oh, beautiful peeker play.
Peeker there. That was good. At this point, yeah, Spud's with the easy shot. So he's got his fucking count.
Oh!
He's done it again the second time. No way.
This is the fourth time he's done it.
Any situation. If he stands at Kelly here, yeah, he can't be dragged. Surely he can't be dragged. Oh, the swap to OG. Ow!
Oh no, in the face. In his face.
Okay, Spud can't go for OG. He can't do it. He does it, and Nick wasn't there to punish, but that could easily cost you the summer down.
Oh no, he's stuck in a bad place, but he actually escapes. But is it enough to evade this guy? Mega helps up.
Oh, again, this is a dicey position. He's here at the wrong time. The clutch rail
Oh, he gets it! What?
Was that 1 HP? That may have been 1 HP. That was...
What?
Oh my god.
Fucking hell!
You lose.
Mega should be up in what, 4 seconds? Oh, what a row.
And welcome everyone to our stream for the finals for the AQL season. Going to be a lot of hype around these games today. We're starting out with our Div 6 players. We've had a long season, 8 weeks total, for our 77 players. We've finally managed to get down to the final matches for each division. So first up, we're going to be starting with Div 6, which is Mumu versus Mo. It's our first match. Now, please, Lucky, do you want to tell us a bit about these players? I know you've had much experience playing with them.
Yeah, I mean, they've come from the TF2 realm. Both of these players. This is their first season. Both Mo and Mumu, and I've been coaching Mo throughout the season as well to give him a bit of help. And obviously, it's had some fruition. Now he's in the grand final, and Mumu's kind of been the player that's kind of been in the dark in the background. He's been the main focus of the division was really Hif and Mo. They were kind of dominating, pretty much undefeated, but Mumu in the background was kind of also doing a pretty good job. And at the end of the day, he's actually ended up in the grand final as well, and he's proven he beat Hif as well. So he's proven to be a very, very solid player as well. So I see a very good game in our way.
I'd say I am excited for these two matches. I do feel like we're going to get some explosive action from these players. So looking at their previous results here. So Mumu and Mo, they played each other towards the very end of the season. Round 11 it was, where Mumu did actually take the win in a close 2-1 series. Mumu did finish top of the groups, playing extremely strong. He only dropped 2 maps through the entire season of 8 weeks. So extremely well there. Mo, however, finished in 3rd spot, just behind Hif, actually, who he did actually manage to take down in the semi-finals in a extremely solid 3-0 showing. So I'm really excited to see what these two players have got. See if we get another close series like we got during the groups. And while we get everyone in, we'll just quickly go over the schedule for today. So we're starting out here. We've got Div 6 moving on at 4 p.m. We've got Div 3 playing. 5 p.m. will be Div 2. And then at 6 p.m. we're starting a couple of the Div 1 matches, where we will proceed to move over to the Shaftastic stream, where they will finish off for the night with the final 4 or 5 matches in Div 1, including the Grand Final, which I know we're all excited for. Speaking of the Div 1 Grand Final, up for grabs in the Div 1 Grand Final, we've got a total prize pool of $1,000 for these players. The coveted first spot taking away $700, $200 for second, and $100 going to 3rd place. So I think we're going to see a lot of explosive action, as that first spot is going to be not only for bragging rights, it's going to be what everyone's after. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with a 2nd place finish today. After that, moving on to 7:30, while the Div 1 finals are going to be played, we're also going to be booting back upstream here, and we will be playing the Div 5 and Div 4 finals at 7:30 and 8:30. And just to top it all off, we've got prizes going out to each of the winners of these divisions. They are getting a special custom printed Spire Kamek mousepad, courtesy of Mick05 in the community. Great lad. Check out his store if you want to get a Spire mousepad. It's spire.store. I will post that in the chat for you shortly. But definitely a prize worth winning. I use one myself, and I do recommend it. Alright, there we go, that's just what I was after. And we're getting Mumu in here now. Alright, all these final matches are going to be best of 5 series. Div 1, anything other than grand finals will be only best of 3s. Alright, let's get our map picks and bans underway. Every division except for Div 6 and 5 are going to be using Grindr for their map picks. To anyone who does not know what Grindr is, that is a pick ban system that allows you to set up a match. Each player gets to ban maps, pick maps, and then champion bans and picks are done on each map as well. 1 ban each, and then obviously 1 pick. So what's your predictions for this map? Who do we think's gonna take this? Between
It's
Mo
hard.
and Mumu. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
it's gonna
it's
be an
hard.
explosive map, I feel.
Yeah, because I think Mo has improved his playstyle. Because I was coaching him throughout the season, I got a pretty in-depth look at how he was playing. And his playstyle at the beginning was just run in at, no stop, no matter what the situation is. I think he's definitely improved that, especially the game against Tiff. He's a lot more measured in his aggression. But the thing that gets me is that these guys have been close, and they had the 2-1 in the group stage. So it's like it's about the longevity of a best of 5, like what sort of like their champion pool's like. And I'm not sure with Moo what his champion pool's like towards the end, because you're running out of champions to pick. But Mo, I think he has been practicing some of the more out of meta champions. If he has to pick one near the end of the series. So if we do go all that way, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of champs they pick. So I don't know. I want Mo to win, obviously, a bit of bias there, but I do think Mo is going to be a very hard opponent. I think it's going to be like a 3-1, 3-2. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0 at all.
I'd say that's definitely one thing that's definitely underrated in a best of 5 is as you said before, champ picks. You go through so many champs, you have to be able to have a bit of diversity and playing all these different. You might play maps as well. You might have a few comfortable bans that you'd normally do when you're only playing best of 3s, but in a best of 5, you've got those extra maps you potentially have to play as well. And so trying to play around what champs you can pick on what map, it's definitely something that it's not part of. It's only something you really see in that sort of tournament format.
These guys asking who goes first.
It's all right. We're flipping a coin first pick. It's going to be Moo on
Moo. Okay.
It is Moo. Perfect. All right. What do we get? So the immediate Veil ban from Moo, and then a Blood Cove ban from Mo. So are we going to see Mo here? Is he sort of like a rail strength player? What's his sort of strengths when he? Because obviously Veil being Blood Cove being a very strong rail heavy map. Not a fan though, I see. So what do you reckon about that?
I just don't think he likes the big slow maps. So Ruins will be interesting, but I think he's definitely more of a Rockets player. Coming from TF2, playing Soldier, he's used to those projectiles. His LG was, I would say, his weakness throughout the season, but as the season's come on, he's gotten better at it. Just through playing games and practicing. So hopefully it's on today for him, because he wants to be hitting that good LG. Sometimes it would be very bad and he'll lose fights just because he was missing, but hopefully it's on today for him. And his rail is it's a bit of an enigma as well. It can either be really on or it's not on at all. So we'll have to see. But obviously with his playstyle, just running in, and his rockets are very strong, so that does suit his playstyle as well. And we see, what is it? Awoken picked and CK Ruins in some. Now we're doing the champions. And Mo banning the Nyx, I don't blame him. Nyx, I think, is something that he struggles against. I think it's for newer players as well. It's hard to and Nyx is very interesting because it's an invisibility thing, and you really have to push off the advantage of forcing that invis and then pushing when she doesn't have it. And I think that's a bit of a hard concept for someone who's like so new to wrap their head around. So I totally think that's a standard ban. And Moo banning the Sorlog. Mo's known for playing PQL champions, so that's a pretty common ban. I think he's been banned off Sorlog every single series, so I'm not too surprised about that.
All right, well there we go. That's our picks bans. We are ready to play for our first map. We are starting out on the Sydney servers. And that's already from both players.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see this match.
I am excited. This is going to be a Ranger BJ. This on Awoken can be an extremely explosive matchup. Both players have abilities which can be used for extreme damage, but Ranger does have that extra movability. Awoken being a very small map, he can get from one side of the map to the other almost momentarily with that orb. So it's going to be interesting to see how Moo decides to use that.
Yeah, and the passive as well, that rocket jump is. I think he's going to be a bit fast on the map, and I think Mo might have to readjust really quickly to how fast he's going to be moving around the map and cutting off routes. And see, last time I saw Mo play BJ was against Tiff, and he was using the dual wield really well. So hopefully I get to see that again. So I think this is gonna be a close one. I think it really comes down to the ultimate usage from both players, and I think Mo. I've seen quite good ultimate usage as of recent, but Mo again, I don't know if I saw him play Ranger. So we'll have to see how this goes.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this Ranger around this dual wield. Is he going to give him some more respect? Sort of when he pops that dual, is he going to use that orb to get out, or try and going to just go all in, get in his face with rockets when he's trying to LG? Or so yeah, as you said, I definitely think this ability game is really going to be a major part of this matchup between these two players. We'll start out here on Mo. Let's see what he's got for us.
I've taught him these starting strats, so hopefully he does the right thing. And he doesn't grab the rail, so that's not ideal. But he's going to come up and grab these rockets, and now he's going to be listening out to see what Muru's doing in the first fight, possibly on this LG. But Muru does not have that LG, so he knows he needs to back off and give a bit of respect to Muru there.
So we'll go forwards, pick up that LG, and now both players going around. They've got most of their weapons now. I still like to see Mo pick up that rail. And now we come up to potentially our first major conflict. Both items coming up at the exact same time, another 5 seconds here. But we will see a very passive start. I think both players just sort of trying to feel each other out a little bit here. They don't want to get off to a let the other player get off to an early start. But that was a really good rail there from and immediate explosive conflict up in T here. Huge amount of damage from Mu here. And Mo, yeah, he's doing the right thing. He's got to get out of here. But Mu, he is hunting now. That was a fantastic rail. Taking him out. He knew he was going to be at this armor shot here. And he will clean that up. Taking the frag. 1-0. A minute in. And Mu's now got position here. Whichever item he wants.
Yeah, but here we go. Oh, that orb actually going to great use. Looked like he was in a really bad position. And Murray, he really needs this rail right now. He hasn't had it the whole game. So he's going to have to try and figure out a way to get there. Mumu doing a pretty good job of controlling that side of the map. And the rail is also just an incredible weapon on this map from top T. As now, Mo, he knows that Mu's kind of in that area, and he's still not able to get it. There's a bit of time between these items now, so Mo's going to try and get some damage. Good LG, but that rail again. Mo is see, this is a good rail right now, and that's going to be pretty detrimental to Mo if he doesn't get that weapon soon. And another one there from Mumu, and maybe another one. No, not another one, but it leaves Mo pretty crippled, and he can't really do much on the map right now.
I say it allows Mu to, yeah, he really gets to open up the map. And look at this, he takes both items. He's on absolutely massive stack here. And yeah, Mo's really got to get some damage here before he takes this fight. This is not the sort of fight he wants, but he does catch him out with rail. He dives on him with the rockets, and he does huge damage. 1 HP for Mu. And I don't know how he lived there, but that was such a close fight. But Mo, he knows he's done so much damage, so he can push in here. Oh, but the rocket defensive and the rail pushes him back. And he will fall back onto this, and yeah, he was ready for him there. That was a really nice frag there from Mu. Taking this 3-0 so far, 2 minutes in.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating for Mo, because he obviously knew the damage that he did, and he wanted to push off that. It wasn't too bad he lost that fight, but again, Mu with an incredible defense, and here comes the dual wield from Mo. And this time it's a lot more crippling, and Mumu will go down. That's the first frag for Mo, and now he's able to grab this rail, and all he's missing is his favourite rocket. He hits a nice rail, and there we go. He's looking like his rail is doing pretty well today, and if Mumu didn't do that orb, he would have actually taken that rail as well, but Heavy is now the next item up, and Mo's kind of in a weird position. He's going to take a fight with Mumu here, and he's going to trade, depending on the spawn here, and I think Mumu, well, he's got the spawn, I think, towards the Mega, but it looks like he's going to go to rail and probably drop on that Heavy.
So Mu holding this upper T spot, really strong spot to hold. He gets that rail, and nice of him just to push out here. He grabs the LG that he needs. And Mo, he's here, but maybe a bit late. No, but he misses the rocket. Mo's able to push it, and here comes the dual LG. And Mu is low. He has to run back here. Great defensive shot. And Mo, he's been a bit dangerous here, pushing into this rocket spam. But Mo, he respects him. He falls back, but he will be able to take this Heavy. And great rail through the TP there. This has crippled Mo again now, and he's so low. And he can't be out in the middle of the map here. Just gets through the TP in time before that rocket lands.
Yeah, Muru's defensive rails at the moment are kind of the way he's winning this game. Murray has a pretty good push going on, and then he just hits every defensive rail. So Murray's going to have to try and figure out, and well, there you go. He takes the spam rocket. That's just unlucky. And well, he's going to spawn here on the Heavy, but obviously not for another 5 seconds. He doesn't really have the weapons to fight this. He's going to do some good damage, but it's going to net Mu an item. And Murray's pretty hard on the back foot right now.
The wheels popped here from Mo. Great damage, and he hits a lot of LG, and he actually takes that frag relatively clean, and it will win him this Mega too. So, he's only 3 frags behind, and he's got a huge stack right now. And he will get his rail now as well. In position, ready for this. Oh, and I don't know if Moo knows that Mega has already been taken. He's still waiting there. And that was a great rail. That has crippled Moo. Now Mo taking the next... Oh, that rail would have killed, but he still knows he's low. He can push in here. He's got both stacks. Trying to sneak in underneath where he doesn't expect. And there we go. He catches him out with the LG. Not quite enough. Going through TP. He might catch him out here. Sees him at rockets. And there we go. Finishes him the last cell of his LG, and he takes that frag.
Fortunately for Mo there, he will spawn, force a spawn on towards the Mega side, so that'll be Moo grabbing that Mega, and I don't know if Mo really knows that. He should know now that it's not up, as it's, you know, obviously not there, so he's going to rotate towards the Heavy, but he's kind of in a position where he's not going to defend it. I don't think he actually knows what's happened with this Mega. And now Moo in a really good positioning, but Mo hears him, but you don't want to push to a choke point like that with LG, as Moo can just shoot one good defensive rocket. And that's enough, and now look at Mo's HP. He had an advantage just getting that frag, and it was relatively clean, but now he's on the back foot. Next to no HP, and he wants to grab this armor, but it's put him in a trap, and Moo knows better than that. He's going to kill Mo, and that is going to be 7-4 for Moo.
There's some great rockets here from Moo. He hears that push, and yeah, it's just too easy for him. Makes a nice clean frag. He's got this Heavy here. But Mo had done a bit of damage, so stacks are about even here. But Moo definitely has this weapon advantage. And that's what he can use to exploit Mo now. And there we go, he gets him in this range. Great rail. You've got to be careful pushing into the rocket, but the rocket with the orb combo. So much burst damage. Nothing there that Mo could have done.
Not much he can do right now. It's,
I'll say
3 minutes
Moo's got
40
a pretty
left
good,
as well.
he's got a pretty good cycle now on these items. He's got a good split between 15 seconds. This is a good push in with George. It's dangerous going up that jump pad, and yes, we see it. There we go, the first ring out of the finals. And he's pushing in for more here. He's still low. He's got time. He doesn't have to be quite so aggressive here. But Moo, he's doing a good job of just running away, and great use of the rocket jumps as well. He's really using that Ranger passive to great use, and by doing that, he's actually managed to steal the Mega away. Put himself in a great spot, and Mo's got to be careful. He hits a really good rail, but it puts him down really low, taking that direct. And yeah, he falls back here. So Heavy is up there for him.
Oh, but he doesn't actually go and take it.
He
That's
tries to push
interesting.
out for a bit of information there and get some damage, but he was just too low.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he heard it or not, but at the end of the day, it's not going to... But he actually will get this Mega at the same time, so it's not terrible, but also dying is not great with the amount of time that's left. He's going to try and push onto this rail, dual wield right now, and that's a great use of dual, but great use of the orb. Oh, that direct almost hits as well. And now Murray, this is all he has to do. He just has to play passive, run. You know, 5 frags in 2 minutes 30 is... I mean, it's definitely possible on Awoken, but quite hard as Murray trying to close the distance. Murray missing his defensive rails this time, but again, he's just taking such annoying routes to deal with. And good defensive rockets once again, and Murray now with the stack dis ad that he just had an ad, but it's just gone thanks to those defensive rockets. But the Mega is up. He's going to grab it, but now he needs to make a move.
We're probably pushing a little bit aggressive there. But again, he's got really great defensive rockets. Mo wants to push in here, and he's hiding behind the wall. I don't think Mo expected that. He does get a bit of damage. He does get a frag here, so still 2 minutes left. 4 frags. If Mo catches him here, so there'll be a fight over here at Mega, which is just coming up now. And yeah, here we go. Here we just push back. Great rail. Puts Mo down to 50. He does get that armor, so no longer railable at least for him. But anytime that he's not chasing down Moo is time that he's losing. And he might even lose Mega here. He doesn't even expect him to push through like that. That's the thing with the Ranger. He can get so... Oh, great mid-air there, though. The Ranger can get around this map so quick with the rocket jumps on the orb. I don't think he's ready for him.
Coming up with a jump over the rail is definitely not the weapon choice there. And a minute left, 5 frags. This would be a comeback of histories right now, but... He's gonna be... He is a Moo, and he's gonna try and make something happen. But that rail again, Moo is just hitting everything. Another one. That's 6 frags difference right now. I'd have to say that's pretty much game over so far, but of course, here comes the duel, do the teleporter. Massive damage with that LG. Nice orb. But Mo, he knows better with these defensive shots. If it's rail, if it's rockets, he's just hitting everything. And he is low HP now, but the Mega is up.
You get stuck in that little crack there. Great direct, though, and I don't think that's going to be enough, unfortunately. 30 seconds, that will be a GG.
Oh wow, Mo just getting a consolation frag. But yeah, Mo he's not really playing the positioning well enough, and he's not really... The timings that Mu has on these things, such as, being able to rocket jump around, and Mo's not really playing off the sound cues well enough. He's hearing Mu rocket jump, or shoot a rocket, but he's not thinking about the potential rocket jumps that Mu can do, and maybe that's a bit of an experience against a Ranger on this map, I'm not sure, but I think that's definitely one of Mu's stronger champions, so that's one of them out of the way, but also Mu have been showing some pretty good strength on the BJ, so both players using that one of their strong champions, and it ends up in Mu's favour.
Yeah, well, that was sort of as we expected, an extremely explosive match there from those two players. We saw a lot of Orbian plays, a lot of great juice at the dual wield actually in that match. Getting that dual wield LG and connecting really well with it. And I think I actually saw there was that 60% rail there from Mu in that match. He was hitting extremely hard.
Yeah, that was very hard for Mo to close the distance. He was doing the right thing sometimes of pushing. And he just, at the end of the day, Mu was just hitting stuff, so... Bit of, he needs to maybe trap Mu a little bit more, catch him out a little bit more. He was taking some predictable routes and being quite rowdy, so... At the end of the day, Mu, with the good defensive stuff, that would actually get him that map at the end of the day, and some good, as we say, good passive use. But now I think the second map, if I am correct, if I scroll up a little bit, is CK.
CK moving on to, yep.
And we have an Ison and a Galena, which are two pretty solid picks at this map. Galena, the teleporter exits, you can put totems down. There's some good spots where you can hide the totems. Or maybe he's going BJ, actually. So, okay. And of course, Ison. We'll talk about Ison's just very powerful. You put his turrets in so many good spots on this map and guide you help with those fights on the major items. So, but if we see the BJ from Murray, yeah, I mean, he's been hitting some good stuff, but no rail from him in this map.
I would say if we see him, I think though, if we see that dual wield LG again, but because like the way he was hitting last match, if he can now do that with his dual wield, that's just going to be melting Mo down. So Mo's going to have to, you try and use his turret to just get away from these dual wields, and because that's especially even guns like shotgun on this, or HMG, you can get so much damage off so quickly with the dual wield. It's not common you see the rush off spawn with the dual wield shotgun.
Yeah, that too, actually. I forgot how powerful that damn weapon is, that super shotgun.
I'd say you've got to be extremely careful off the very spawn. Yeah. If you get that mega spawn, you've got to have it in your mind that the other player might have shotgun, especially if they're BJ. It's not so common for the other chance, but just when you get that dual wield, that little bit of extra fire rate, that extra damage you get from it, makes a huge difference.
Yeah, 100%. I haven't actually seen too much Ison from Mo. I haven't been able to watch his duels as of recently. So, yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. It's pretty straightforward with how to use a turret most of the time. Just chucking in a good spot, especially with such an open map. Fighting on the mega, you just chuck it up top, help you with fighting. Set up some good traps, but hopefully Mo just doesn't put down turrets, idly, and hopefully he actually uses them to help him in combat. Especially to help with that duel as well.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of spots on this map where you can just put it down, just to get it in the way of the opponent. Like especially if they're coming through a choke point and they are fighting you, if you get that turret to the other side of the choke point, then they've got two opponents they basically have to fight. If you've got somewhere you can fall back, then you can get a whole bunch of free damage with that turret. So it can be a real thorn in someone's ass if they're not careful. It might seem slow, but when it gets going, that can kick out a lot of damage real quick.
Oh yeah, there's been multiple times where I've jumped through that LG teleporter and it's just a turret waiting for me, and it's you just have the wrong weapon out, and then you just take 100 damage from a turret, and then the other person pushes you, and it's over. So, Ison probably one of my least favorite champions to fight, simply because of that turret. So, I think I share that opinion with a lot of people.
Yeah. So Ison and Galena we see with a lot of the just deploying crap all around the map, but we're just waiting on getting one more in here.
Yeah, just waiting for Magnet to boot up his game. He had to patch, and it was taking a while, but that's all good. That's quick. Sometimes that's Steam, sometimes. So We'll get him in here. He'll be assisting on this second map with this cast and see if we can get Moo with 2 maps up or Moo can trade one out. And I think for Mo as well, something that I haven't touched on is his mental. Obviously, throughout the season has improved, but he is a bit of a tilter, so hopefully that last map hasn't affected his mental too much, and he's able to regain, bounce back, do all the good mental things that we're taught about, and keep his head in the game. Obviously, only first map, best of 5. It's not that bad. If it's best of 3, obviously, it's a lot more.
I'd say it's early game still, yeah.
But
so there's a lot of pressure on if you're especially in the best of 5 though. If you go 2 maps behind, there's a lot of pressure then on those. Like you have to win these next 3 to take the set and take the grand final as well. Not only is it just a set, it's the grand final.
Yeah, exactly. So
but yeah,
and I think for Mo, to touch on that is I think his champ pool is a bit bigger than Mumu's. So I think if he wins this and keeps it going longer, I think overall he will actually have the advantage. Because I think Moo's obviously using his stronger champs early to try and get the 3-0 out. But if he doesn't get that 3-0 out, then I'd be a little bit worried for Moo, because then I don't know how his longevity, how it's going to work out for him.
Alright, we're in here. Just make sure our players are ready. And I will leave this one to you guys.
Yeah, so we got Magnet here. Brother, how you doing?
Not bad. A bit of some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's
but it is all good now.
That's Steam, that's Quake for you. It happens, man. Australian internet, whatever it is. It is what it is. But we're here now. Second
Time
map.
to watch some Quake gaming.
That is correct. We love to watch some Quake gaming here. Corrupted Keep. Of course, this map, no railgun, just LG, rockets, and the replacement for rail is really the HMG. You can do some good work with this on this map. So we'll see how well they can use it.
Watching Mo without his railgun.
Yeah, well, that's true. Moo as well. Yeah, and Moo as well, because Moo was hitting everything with the railgun last map, but he was also hitting defensive rockets, so it'll be interesting. I think it's more of like a reset, without that rail. I think a big reason that Mo, yes, I'm getting mixed up with the 2 M names, but Mo wasn't able to get in was because of those rails. So we'll see. Positioning is very important on this map, obviously. With the HMG, you can get some really good cross-map damage, but yeah, we'll see. And I think we'll start on Mumu this time instead of Mo. See what he does off the start here. You can do some different strats off the start here, depending where you spawn. We'll see what they do. And obviously, the turret can allow for some different starting strategies as well, assisting you with maybe contesting an item right off the beginning that you maybe wouldn't with a different champ. So, see how we go. What is your prediction, Magnet? Who do you think will take out this map?
Well, I believe that because Mo does not have his railgun, and that is the main weapon that he's using to initiate his fights in the games that I've seen him play, I believe that Mubu might take this one. But it is something that we will wait and see, I suppose.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, Moo also we saw pretty heavy rail, so yeah, I definitely think this is a reset. And obviously, I don't know how good Moo is with that BJ, and I don't know if we saw much LG from Moo that last game, so I don't really know. And that weapon is incredibly important on this map. But here we go, starting on the man himself, Moo. See how he goes off this starting spawn. Let's see what spawn he actually gets too. And he is going to get that shotgun spawn that Fuzzy was talking about. And we'll have to see if he doesn't even pick up the shotgun, so that may be a little bit of a mistake there for Moo. But at the end of the day, he's going to net himself a rocket launcher, pretty much uncontested. And grab that HMG. And he's actually going to get all 3 weapons pretty much uncontested, which is not ideal. But also, Mo, he's going to have, I think, all the weapons here. But that HMG fight initiating on, well, the HMG, funnily enough. And now the turret is going to be used, but it's on the low ground. And Moo, he's going to find the entry damage. But that turret did so much damage. And, well, Moo, he's weak, but that mecha's going to weapon 1 second.
Mo is coming in here to deny this mega. He gets some good rockets off. Bit of beef. Moo does get out though.
But another HMG fight, both players very weak, pretty much identical stacks, maybe a little bit more armor towards the Moo side, but of course we know with BJ that passive health regen in these scrappy fights can be very clutch. And here comes the duel with the LG, but he's beefing his LG a little bit. And Mo using great positioning to try and space himself with the HMG, but at the end of the day, doesn't have an exact timing on that Mega, and that Mega will go straight towards Mo, and he also got the light armor, which is good, but good damage from Mo. Mo's been using this HMG pretty... Oh my god!
Nearly falls out the map.
Oh my goodness, that is the closest that could have been. Mo's sweating a little bit, but it's all good. He's still 1-0 up, a minute 30 in.
Yeah, see another fight coming out here with some good shots coming out of Mo and the turret taking him out. Very quick fight.
Yeah, that turret proven to be... Oh my goodness, but the nail gun. Seriously, the turret's proven to be quite dangerous. That nail gun, I mean, recently getting that... I don't know if it was a buff or a side grade, but easier to hit the nails, just a little bit less damage. The bigger hitbox now, but Mo has a pretty good stack right now, and there is a bit of a gap on this Mega Spawn. 10 seconds left. And Mo, he's in actually a good position right now to try and deny it. He's trying to find where Mo is. Mo pulling out the dual wield. Mo with the shotgun. Mo's not hitting the shots he needs to be hitting. Both players weak here. The Mega is up, but Mo hits the final one and grabs that Mega. And he is weak, but Mo's on the other side of the map.
Yeah, evening up the score here, making this a bit more slow-paced. We do see them right next to each other without even knowing. Turret getting some good damage in there. Mo will have the information now.
But again, these players are just not timing their items quite correctly. Mo waiting a little bit early on that Mega, but at the end of the day, he's going to have the superior position. Coming in with the LG, the dual wield coming out from Mumu, but that's completely wasted, as he will not find any damage. And that's quite a clean frag from Mo, and as we know, Corrupted Keep, very small. You can really put frag on top of frag because of where people spawn. You can read the spawns pretty easily, and Mo, he's hungry for it. The Heavy's left up, and he's just trying to find where Mumu is. He wants this frag, but great defensive rocket once again. And now Mumu, well, he's had a pretty big... not a pretty big stack advantage, but he's got enough of a stack advantage until Mo has picked up that Heavy, but he's got positioning and that dual wield now on Mega, so 2 seconds up, it's going to grab it, and Mo, he wants to contest still.
Fight coming out, the dual wield LG, and doesn't manage to connect too many shots. Mobloke weak, does win the fight though, with a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, Mo hitting some incredible rocket sets, showing his TF2 prowess there. As that soldier main that we all know and love. As he's going to pick up a light, which means the stacks are going to be somewhat even, and Mo, he's just proving that he's got such good positioning with this HMG. Doing such good damage across map. Now trying to use a Tribal to find some extra damage. And the turret, it's doing its own work. I want to see an own stat for the turret damage, because it's been doing a lot. It's actually found itself a kill. And now there's a bit of spacing on these items, and Mo, he's going to be on the one that spawns later, but Mo, he wants to find some good frags here. But again, the entry rockets, or the defensive rockets rather, from Mo are just so good. But Mo, he's got the positioning once again. He's going to open up 5-2 with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, the element of surprise there didn't really seem to come in too handy, apart from the 2 rockets that did happen to connect. See another fight coming out here. Good rockets from Mu, managing to 3-shot Mo there, and the turret doing some good damage.
Yeah, the turret, as I said before, proven to be quite the dangerous foe for Mu, and nice tribal here from Mo. Mo using all the weapons outside of the unholy trinity to quite good effect, and Mo is going to pick up a light, making these stacks a little bit more even, but Mo, he wants to fight this Mega as both items are now up. And Mo, he's going to be hiding, he's going to dual wield, he's going to play off the sound cue. Both players weak, but he's going to pick up this Mega. That was quite good from Mo there, but Mobloke, of course, because they died on that side of the map, he's going to take that Heavy.
5-minute warning.
We do reach the halfway point for the timer, as the score is still very even. Both on opposite ends of the map, just stacking up, grabbing weapons, trying to find each other here. Fight coming out, some good rail coming out, good rockets. And a trade happens.
Yeah, and that trade really benefits no one, because at the end of the day they both spawn on major items themselves, but at the end of the day it's actually Mu that runs the other way. Away from the Heavy. Yeah, and good, equally good nails there from Mu, so... but Mo, at the end of the day, he's going to pick up that other major item. He knows he has a stack advantage. He's going to run in, super shotgun, going to do some
great
good damage.
Rockets coming out from Mu again. Denies that jump pad spot, allowing him to get out of there for free.
Yeah, and here we go. 6 minutes in. Very close game so far. Just like the Awoken game, and this turret is proving really annoying for Moo to deal with. It's giving Mo so much intel of where Moo is at. But again, a bit of a mistiming from both players, it seems, on this heavy, as it is being up for around about 5 seconds, and that's good for Mo, because he can go back onto it, and look at that Doomsday stack that he now has. 3 seconds up onto this Mega, and Mo, he's going to be trying to fly in, but these good spam rockets in the choke point, 90 damage rocket to entry. And now on the LG, trying to fight Mo now has a positional advantage, but Mo hitting better HMG, going to dual wield the HMG, pick up the Mega, and now Mo, he's looking in a good spot, he's going to pick up the Slight and try and close the frag out.
Does look like Mo is trying to chase us here though. Getting some good shots off, the health is very even here. This fight could go either way. Does look like Mo is just trying to leave and just get his health back up. A spot does come out, and that turret kind of denies him there from being able to walk forward.
Oh, great entry there from Mo, but Mo hits equally good LG, and of course he had the stack advantage. But again, not so much of a clean frag, so Mo's in a bit of trouble, but that turret has just delayed Mo from pushing in and trying to close the frag. And good rocket there from Mo. He's just got this such good position. The Mega is up, but Mo, he knows he's going to get some great damage onto the Mega. And look at that, Mo is just so weak, so is Mo, but the HMG from Mo is just superior.
Yeah, spawning on Mega here, being able to get that stack, could actually go in here, and yeah, they're fighting. The health advantage on Moo, but the weapon advantage on Mo does come out in Moo's favor. Some good shotgun shells coming out. Does look like Mo gets out though on very little HP. And it will return back to just stacking.
Yeah, look at that again though, it's shredding away the shield from that turret. And a dual wield coming out from Moo as he hears Mo. I dare to say there was a bit of a waste though, because Mo was literally one tap no matter what. Yeah, so it really doesn't benefit him in any way, and even stack fighters when you want to have it. And now Mo gonna put down his turret in the middle of the map once again, just give him some intel. And Moo, I'm not sure if he knows that LG gives some idle noise, but I don't think Mo hears it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Mecha is up, Moo's gonna drop on it, but Mo, he's gonna see him, and well, now Moo in a bit of a trap, but Mo not capitalizing, and Moo's able to get out and pick up a light, so best case scenario for him.
Yeah, this score is still very even. So this still could come out either way. A dual wield coming out. Good LG. Some good rockets as well. Mo on the low ground here. It's not looking good for him. Weak as well. Yeah, and the HMG just like shreds him. Oh my god, the turret is destroyed. What's happening?
Oh no. I think the name for the turret is Tobias from what I remember, but here we go. Mo in with the shotgun. Oh my goodness.
A great rocket from Moo, but just not enough.
Yeah, that is good though, because it does deny a little bit of a Doomsday stack that Mo could have had, and you can't really string these frags to get a great LG from Moo. And Mo
does
is
lose
weak.
the high ground, so it's kind of hard to chase here, but still manages to get the kill out. Quite unlucky from Mo turning that corner.
But a bit of deja vu, because it's actually, he gets the direct at the end of the fight that will allow him to push straight off the bat. And there we go, 30 seconds remaining, not even 20 now. And Mo, he's a bit unsure where Mo is, and Moo now, he has to do all the work. Picks up the heavy, so does have a stack advantage on the armor.
10 seconds left, all Mo needs to do is just hide.
And he's going to do his best to do so. LG
the
out.
The dual wield rockets.
It's a frag.
Ties it up.
Moo, sorry.
Moo's so weak.
The Mega is up though. And Mo's going to push. She's going to get
and Mo wins it.
That's a starter shotgun as well that he's done that with. Kill me, says Moo in chat. And that is Mo taking the second map in an overtime fashion.
Pretty good comeback coming out there from Moo though. Like 3 points down with a minute and a half to spare. And I don't know, it just happened to come back, and then he was just too weak after that fight, allowing Mo just to come in and clean up.
Yeah, that's good reading from Mo. To recognize, hey, that stack is low. There's not that much time left. Even if he picks up that Mega, he still won't have that much stack. So, good stuff there from Mo. And he's going to clean it up. That is an overtime kill to secure the second map, 1-1 now. And as I said before, that actually might favor Mo at the end of the day for this longevity of the series, but who knows? What does Moo have down his sleeve? I don't know. we'll have to see in terms of the champ picks. But that's it for me. I'm going to have to leave it to you two. I have to warm up for my own grand final. So thank you for having me. I'll be back for the Div 5 if time permits. And I'll see you guys later. So appreciate the time. And hopefully this final continues to be as entertaining as it is.
So wonderful. Thank you for the help today. What a match that was, guys. That was, yeah. It's such an explosive game. That turret did so much work there. I was shocked how much damage he got out of that turret there.
Just denied so much space. It gave him so much information, like Lucky was saying, which just let Mo just play around the health and the items.
Exactly right, yeah.
Much more even than expected as well.
I would say that was an extremely close game. Seen overtime, always like to see it in the grand final. Tying it up 1-1. And now we are moving on to Ruins. A bit of a change of pace, I think, from the previous two maps we've just played. While CK and Awoken, very sort of close combat-heavy maps, we're going to see Ruins now, which can be a bit more open. I was about to say a Visor pick would not surprise me here, and we see Mo swapping out to the Visor. Great pick for this map. Visor is able to very easily control all that upper ground using his sight. Great rail angles on this map, so it's definitely going to favor the rail-heavy players. So,
yeah, that rail's been given back to them after the last map.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust to get it back. Exactly, yep.
Might change up the scoreline as well. Might not be as even as it was before.
I'll say we'll see how Moo uses that. Yeah, maybe that's what Moo needed to get over the line that previous map. But alas, we're going to see... But there'll be no more Eisen for Mo now. So he won't have to worry about that turret. Which, on our last two maps, Insomnia and then Deep Embrace, could potentially be used on either of those maps.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on Moo here. There we are, and Moo. Oh, we're seeing the light pick of the Anarchy. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Both of these pretty common picks, I'd say, on this map. And let's kick it off. So Mo's going to have to be really cautious here of the stack and try and keep an eye on what stack Moo's going to have. Moo's definitely going to want to have the heavy side of the map down here. So he's going to be wanting to control that bottom portion of the map. Being able to use his inject, he's going to be able to get that overstack anyway. So Mo's going to want to really try and deny the armor here from Moo. And Moo is just going to have to be careful of this sight. It's such a powerful ability. And the best part about this sight is he's able to continually eat up all these vials on the map. He can just pop that sight all the time. There's pretty much never a bad time to use sight.
Will allow him to get in and out of fights as well.
Yep, so it's...
that extra movement speed.
I'll say that's true. Both players are actually playing fast champions here, so...
Be a bit of a change up from last map, which was a bit more slow.
So it depends on how these players want to go about this. I reckon we might see a bit of a slow start here again in this map.
What are your predictions for this map? Who will take it?
I think I'm leaning towards Moo for this one. I think he's gonna have his rail back. Using that inject on Anarchy, if he can get the speed up and he can move around the map as fast as he's gonna want to, I think he'll be able to take this.
Yeah, that's true.
So
the visor as well will allow him to see what's going on, you know, like what's happening around the map, whereabouts the Moo is placed.
Well, so that's the thing, yeah. Mo's gonna have to be able to, he needs to keep track on this Anarchy. Anarchy is one of those characters you can sort of pop around the corner at a moment's notice, and you can do 100 damage to you before you even realise.
My game seems to have crashed.
Prepare to fight.
Have you crashed? We might have to...
Round begins in 3.
I'll let him know we have to get back to... Yeah?
1.
Yeah, I'm relaunching now.
Just make sure both players...
Time.
I don't think Moo saw that one. That's right. We'll be restarting up just in a moment. There we go. Alright.
The computer does not want to enjoy Quake today.
I'd say there always has to be some sort of technical problems. You can't have something run smoothly. It's usually Australian internet that we can blame, but...
It's a bit of everything today.
Bit of everything, yeah. Alright, we'll get back into this momentarily. So what I'm going to find interesting for this is, because regardless of the results of this map, we are going to be moving on to a fourth map, which in this case is Insomnia. And Insomnia being the newest map in the pool, is a fair few players who haven't quite got the experience. Even though it's been out for a full season, I know it's been a pretty common ban for a lot of players. So I'm really interested to see how these players play around this new map. It's the first season with it being out. Alright, let's... So a bit of a chat here about map pool in the in chat. So remove Insomnia, add Molten. I'll say I really do like Molten. I'm always been a Molten supporter. They're usually it's similar to Ruins, kind of in the way you play. It's a slower sort of map, but can be played fast and hard if you want. Facts, Molten good, I agree. Alright, loading back in second time.
Second time is the try.
There we go, and we're beginning. Alright. Well, let's start on Mo. He took the win last match. Let's see what he's going to do off the spawn.
Fight.
And he's gets this heavy spawn, but he is sort of trying to sight around what he can. Okay, he knows what time this Mega is, and he has got a quite sizable delay now on this heavy.
We do see the rockets on Mumu here coming out, and a fight does occur. Some good rockets coming out. Mo is weak, and Moo knows it.
Yeah. So
and the machine gun will just finish him off.
So great shotgun though. He gets him down extremely low, and he's got to be careful pushing here because just with that starting weapon, only on 40 stack.
And there's that rail that we were talking about. Two hitting Mo. Mo is weak, and Moo knows it again. Great rail coming out from Mo Bloke though.
So Mo showing us he can also use this rail. And here we go, we see the sights, and this is where sights can be really great. Getting these just really cheeky little rail angles. That, oh, he just misses. But there we go, great shot. He's just going up the jump pad, just sees the bottom of his skateboard. And there we go, we'll pick up this heavy. And Mega moments after for Moo. But this is exactly what I was saying before, as in Moo, he's got that inject, so Mega not as useful for him. He'd rather be getting that heavy. So we see him again here, almost no armor. And Mo, he's got the angle here, and great rail. And Mo is in a really bad spot here. Yeah, he tries to jump over, but Mo isn't going to miss that shot.
Yeah, just some great rails coming out from Mo Bloke here, going to show that the rail was really the difference maker from that last map. We do see the visor coming out again. The information has been found, and a chase does happen.
But
bit of a miss on the LG there, though.
I'll say Mo does jump down the wrong side there, and he actually does give the heavy over to Moo, which is a huge bonus for him, because he didn't really have anything to fight that with. He kind of just had to run, and there we go. That's a great rail for Moo, but returned one from Mo. Put both players back down to similar stacks. The Moo has got this inject. Be a great tool before he wants to try and push in here. If he wants to go for this Mega, and here we go. You see him push in. Fantastic rail just before the there we go. He uses the inject. He uses that speed boost and he gets out of it. That was really well played by Moon. And now he takes that.
Looks like Mo is chasing here though. He wants to return that damage. Does get the spot, but the rail is missed. The LG on, got a bit of an LG battle here, and the Moo just does a bit more damage there.
So unfortunately, yeah, Moo just had that stack advantage there over Mo, and Mo running out of LG at the very end. And catching him immediately off spawn here. Great movement here from this Anarchy. Weaving in around Mo. And Mo, yeah, he's got nothing here. He's got Tribal and he's pulling out. He gets that shotgun out. Not quite enough damage.
Just some good capitalization there on Moo, knowing that he's spawned close to him.
Yeah, and he knows what weapons he's got, so he knows how to take that fight. He can get in close because he's got no rockets.
Mo does seem to just want to chase this. He does find his railgun.
So he did get that heavy, and yeah, this is what we thought we'd see here. Moo backing off, getting.
The Visor coming out. Will he chase off of this, or will he just use it to avoid him? The rails were both exchanged, but neither were hit. And an LG coming out, 60 damage. Does look like Moo just wants to get out. No, he's staying in. Mo is just walking in, hitting some good LG. Just the rockets are missing a bit, and some great rails coming out to just take out Moo.
Yeah. So Moo just wasn't able to hit the damage he needed. Mo using that staircase to his advantage, and it's just too hard to shoot those rockets down there, and that will secure him this Mega. He does still need some armor, so he's got to be a little careful here, because Mo did just pick up, Mo just picked up that heavy. These two M names are going to get real confused by the end of this. And yeah, we see Moo here. Moo's been doing a lot of, he's using his speed to get away, and he's got to be careful. Those jump pads again. He gets caught up there again from Mo, taking another rail, and Mo will happily just come back down here for this heavy. Trying to see if he can get a little bit of damage off here actually before. Here we go, and he actually does. Now he can push in. Not quite fast enough, but no. Moo, he drops down before the Mega. He will actually be able to steal that heavy though, so it's worked out alright in the end for Moo. Couldn't have asked for much more in that situation, and he's just trying to hide here, but no, he knows exactly where he is.
Just spots the perfect tiny little spot on Moo there to see him just below him, and a good rail LG coming out there. That was really well played by Mo.
So this is another really close game though again from these two.
What's coming out? Looks like Mo wants to capitalize on him while he's got nothing, and the rail coming out from Moo just gets to deny that.
A little too aggressive there. He had the Mega he could have fallen back to, but he just wanted to get that little bit extra damage. He did have the advantage of sight, but... And he hears that. He should know he's right here. He's only got rail, but he doesn't manage to connect with the rockets. And Mo actually somehow comes out better in that situation.
Yeah, he's just getting all his weapons again. He might just try to fight him while he knows that he's not got the stack up. Yeah, and a spot coming out. Both rails miss. One hit by Moo. And Moo just gets to leave, knowing that that's not a good fight to take. Mo does get the spot, and Moo just keeps hitting these really nice rails, just denying Moblet from being able to actually initiate these fights.
So yeah, Moo's really controlled. There we go, that's what Mo needed. He got that rail, but just more heavy though, so great. The rocket, and wow, that rocket pushed him aside a little bit, but he knew exactly where he was. And Mo's been a little bit aggressive here, but that shotgun's actually doing huge damage.
Yeah, that just denies that stack off of him. Allowing him maybe just to grab these rockets, maybe start another fight up.
So he does have to be careful though, because Moo does, well, he's not on a huge stack here, he does have the weapon advantage. And what a mini! That was a fantastic shot. He swaps the rail though. There we go. Mo walking into that rocket, and Moo will take the next break. 7-4, and Heavy's up for Moo. He's starting to take this game away a little bit.
Mo is trying to start up another fight here. Hits a great rail, but just dips. Knows where he knows where he is there now. Some good rail coming out.
So these two kit players have been doing an extremely rail heavy game, and well, they're hitting their shots. So it's like Mo's got to be careful. He's trying to push in here.
Yeah, this rail comes out, but the rockets just aren't connecting for Mo. It switches to the LG. Mo just comes out on top there. Mo just wasn't hitting many of those rails, many of those rockets. Just came out like not too good on that damage there.
Yeah, it was a hard situation for him to hit those shots, trying to get the jumping rails up that ledge. So Moo definitely just had the greater position there, and in the end took the frag because of it. Yeah, they both know exactly where each other are. Great rails from Mo, hitting 2. And Moo's going to have to back off here.
Uses the ultimate here just to try and follow up. Good
Oh,
rail.
and great play there. Perfect use of sight. He knew exactly where he was going, trying to get that armor. Not allowing it. But, unfortunately, though, he's been a little bit too slow here picking up these items. Doesn't get that connect. It would have been a great rail to hit. And he gets another shot. Not quite either. Both players missing these rails. We'll allow Mo, however, to run through, pick up this Mega. We've got 2.5 minutes left. With 3 frags in this. It's definitely still doable for Mo. He's just got to be careful of the speed of the Anarchy and the rails that are coming out too. Great LG here, but good return rail. He drops down onto him. Fantastic LG. Both players really low here. And Mo
Just some great LG coming out from Mode there after that rail shot.
Really strong. So good use of sights. We knew exactly where he was peeking from. He does need to stack up quickly now, though.
But surely Moo knows that he's weak here. He can go in, try and maybe stop him from being able to stack up again.
So it looks like Moo's going to be able to steal both these items. I don't know if either player realizes that Heavy is still up right now. This is some good defensive LG here from Mo. He can just sort of back off now. If he goes down to this Heavy, he will find a little surprise waiting for him. But no, it will be Moo, the one going down now, who hears that, so he knows where he's coming from. He's in the sight, he gets that rocket, but he's just a little bit too understacked here to take this fight. Moo's just picked up both major items, and there we go.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable fight there to take, knowing that he's got the stack disadvantage there. Just manages to lose that fight,
so
putting him back down.
The pressure of there's only a bit over a minute to go. He needed 2 more frags, 3 more now though. So it's just made it a little bit harder for him. This is still doable, but it's going to be so hard. Like, look at the stack here of Moo. He's got just
the
picked up
Doomsday
Mega,
coming out,
and he's still got the inject available as well for when he needs it. And he hears a jump pad, great LG
that
pin,
LG,
and he goes flying out of here. And that, I think, will pretty much ride it.
Moo just played that perfectly. I think he just sat below the jump pad, knowing that Mo was going to follow him.
I see.
See Mo going for the Hail Mary gauntlet, but that would have taken a lot of gauntlets to kill Moo here.
This is, I believe, game at this point.
Yeah. Some nice shots there.
Good rails though coming out.
Both these players are hitting some fantastic rails. It's been it's just been a sniper battle pretty much between them.
Yeah, you really get to see how CK kind of just affected these players with not being able to use that railgun, just making their fights a lot more stale and slow-paced.
Oh, and he's hiding in behind him there. Doesn't quite get the connection with the gauntlet. Here we go. We're pushing in with the gauntlet. Will we see it? And he will.
There
in
it
the
is.
corner. And that's 12-6.
I think all you could do at that point was just try and reset your mental for this next map.
Yeah, that's one of the hard things. A lot of players, if they're a mental player, look at that, 55% rail, 41% rail there. So Mo hitting some really good rails, but just Mo, he was able to control those items. At over double the major items. And that will put it to a 2-1 now for Moo, going into the 4th map.
Yeah, it does look a bit more desperate for Mobloke, as he has to now win not just 1 map, but 2 in order to take home.
Yeah, and this is where the pressure starts mounting too. It's like you've got the whole pressure of, this is the finals, if I lose a map now, I'm out. You lose. It's a really hard play, especially if you're a very emotional player. Like some people, they'll really sort of feed off their emotion. If they're playing well, they can use that to sort of snowball through, and others, unfortunately, it can be the exact opposite. Once that pressure starts getting up, yeah, we got a little bit of a BRB here from Moo, probably just to calm the nerves down a little bit, I'd say. But, mind you, those go both ways, so Moo's now got to keep calm for this next map and play a smart game. I don't know what champs we're going to see here. This could be interesting. So we've already seen the Ranger come out from Moo, I believe it was. So we won't see a Ranger here from him. And the Sorlag was banned, so we're not going to see that. We are switching back over to the central servers.
Do you see the anarchy coming out from Mobiluk though?
No, the Anarchy. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So I think he wants to get that air movement on this map. Can be really useful up by... No, he's swapping out to Ranger. Okay, Ranger, I wouldn't be surprised if he sticks on Ranger here. Ranger's extremely strong on this map.
No, the Doomslayer. Mo's got a bit of time here while Lou is gone, just to think of which agent might be the best on Insomnia.
So just
how to play, like how it would work around maybe his or their playstyle.
Alright, we're just going to check real quick. Alright, both players are ready to go. Um,
Yeah, do we have any predictions for this next map?
Oh, it's gonna be... See, the Doomslayer is a... See, both these champions can work here. So I think it's really gonna... Again, probably gonna come down to a lot of the rail play from these two players. If Mumu can... If Mumu can take the take control of this rail and play it like he did last match, I think he will be able to win this. And I'm just going to check servers, because I'm seeing in chat people saying that apparently the servers are actually not correct on the server spreadsheet. So I'm just going to check when we get in game. We may have to back out here. Uh, 103.92, that does definitely seem like...
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
So we're gonna swap that back to Sydney, because the servers are not correct on that. Don't know what happened there.
Just some more technical difficulties
more technical,
to add
yeah.
to this.
I'm gonna change that back. Welcome, thank you for the raid. Welcome to our ASPAC AQL Grand Final days. Start now with Div 6 and 2-1 currently for Moo. Just gonna double check with these players. Yeah, okay. So we will have to update that. I do apologize for that one. Alright, we'll jump back in. Thank you, chat, for correcting me on that. At least they were both playing on fair ping anyway, so
Yeah, so just a refresher, Moblik is down a map here. It's 2-1 for Moo. Moblik needs to win this and the next map in order to win, so it's a bit more pressure on him. And we will be going into it.
Prepare to fight.
There we go, that's much better. Alright, let's see how we go. Both players on proper pings.
Fight.
And starting out here on Moo with the Doomslayer. And he gets this rail spawn. This is the spawn I reckon he probably wanted here. He gets 2 great rail starts off and 3 in a row. And, well, yeah, Mo, he just can't do that. He can't push into this rail from Moo. And again, that great rail going up that bounce. But this is going to just be so hard for Mo. He's going to have to be so cautious for all these angles.
Yeah, just exactly what we're talking about. This rail on these players is just so dangerous, but Moo does just seem to spawn on it, just giving him that slight advantage in this type of game.
I say, and that's 5 of 5 rails currently from Moo. 100% is hit right now. And Mo, he hits the direct midi, going up. What a great shot there from Moo. And this has been an extremely solid start from Moo. This is saying exactly what he wanted.
Good shot coming out from Moblik, but I don't think it will really matter, judging by the stack advantage on Moo. The needle coming out.
So
the rail finally missed there as Moo goes in for the punch.
I say, but Mo, he denies that with the rocket, and he sees him here. This heavy is in a dangerous spot. Oh, that rail would have killed. What a fadeaway shot there from Moo. But Mo's so low now.
Yeah, it just kind of makes Mo have to go around, just get his health back up.
He's gonna have to
and another rail coming out from Moo.
Moo is just playing this really well. He's sitting in these angles where he's not expected. And just getting off so much damage on Mo. That's just unreturned damage as well. And look at these angles. He knows where he's coming. He can hear him. He knows where he's coming from. A great rocket there. Mo does use the inject to get out. He's no longer railable. Heavy is up and hits the direct rocket. And that will do it.
Yeah, Mo is just trying to muscle himself into these fights, but it's just not working out for him. He's just not doing the same amount of damage as Moo, or he's just not entering these fights with the same amount of like health. It's really not looking good for him. Moo is entering this fight, an air shot coming out from Mo though. Puts him in even another good rocket, a third good rocket, some just insane rockets coming out from the soldier main himself.
That's that's a questionable use there of the punch, because while you get some great speed from it, unfortunately you can't cancel it early, so he was kind of just stuck there waiting on that mega, not being able to do anything. And Moo does steal away. This is some fantastic LG here from Moo. He does not miss. Takes the frag, uses the inject, and he gets himself back to a pretty reasonable stack here. So still got to be a little careful of Moo here. But Moo doesn't have that. No, I take that back. Moo just picked up that rail. He's going to catch a direct rocket immediately from Moo, though.
Just 2 good rockets coming out from Moo there. Just kind of resets this stack.
Yeah, and there's like, what can Mo do here? It's like, oh, fantastic rocket again. He's just hitting so much damage in these fights. This is the spot where Mo's going to have to really start slowing this game down. He's got no armor right now. Mo with an absolutely huge stack. Got Mega behind him. And Mo still doesn't have any armor. That's where this map can get extremely hard when one player's in control. He might be able to take away this heavy here. Rail's missing for both players, but there we go. Moo hits that one that needs to, and he stops out to the rocket. Probably just the wrong time. And that will allow Mo to take that heavy and get out of here. Great rail there, but the LG coming back so strong.
Yeah, just a rocket to return that damage though.
But yeah, not enough. That rocket.
Great rail from Moo there. Just makes Mo even weaker, and a rocket. It's not looking good for Mo here. Down 6 points, but he's still got 6 minutes to make up for it. Still time. Just entering this fight though with no health. Some good shots though. Allows him to just come back in, reset these stacks.
So he uses that big super shotty, and that thing can really tear. A couple of 100 shotties there, and that was the end of Moo.
We just see a good example of Moo just playing these items better with the stack advantage currently shown.
So Moo's doing a good job with his the Doomslayer movement here. He's able to get around these platforms really well, actually. Making that jump from the advantage that the Anarchy sort of got from that, being able to do that jump from the jump pad up to rail. But we see here, engagement, and Moo just hitting the direct rocket, followed with the rail. It's just so hard for this light here. He's spawning with no armor whatsoever. He gets it, but as soon as he gets it, he immediately takes a rail like that. He's back to a scary sack. He's trying to push up with Nail. He's getting some really good damage, actually. Some extremely good damage. Only 4 HP left for Moo. But the rails, just too strong.
Yeah, we just see Mobloke back down at this position where he's no health, no nothing, no weapons, and Moo is just like going around just playing these items so well. He's just playing around those jump pads that he knows Mo will just go on, and he just wins those fights because of it.
And I think the mental game on this one's starting to show itself now as well. Mo potentially getting a little bit frustrated with some of this. Moo is just hitting such strong rails, and another one. He's hitting these rails and just falling back, and it's just nothing Mo can do to punish it.
Some good damage coming from Mo here. Does accidentally take teleporter, I believe, and a great rail to finish him off.
So if he's able to get here in time, he might be able to get this heavy, but no. So Moo's seen it. He's taken it, but Mo might have heard that. Can he get the rail? He can't. Moo's just too quick getting in and out of there.
Yeah, we do see both players here going for Mega. Moo does grab it, but some great rockets coming from Mo as Moo does pop the ultimate. And a punch kill coming out.
So you hate to see it. And yeah, I think Mo definitely getting a little frustrated here with this match. So, and I don't blame him. This is just so hard to play against. Great shotgun, so low there. The Moo. And I think we're seeing our grand final victor here. Probably going to be Moo, unless Mo's got some magic up his sleeve.
Yeah, Mo needs to make some quick frags coming in like about now in order to maintain this even game. But I don't think that will happen. Just based on the fact that Mo is just entering these fights with nothing. I say as he just wins a fight.
He does win that fight, but look at his stacking though. He's so low, and he gets caught out here. And it's probably the machine gun's probably going to be enough to get this frag.
We do see another punch kill coming out.
Doesn't quite get that rocket. If he got shotty out there, potentially maybe got that. Wow, what a midi! Yeah, there we go. That's such a good direct there.
As much as these punch kills are good for the score as well, it's also good for just destroying his mental.
Yeah.
Just his mental game being ruined could make him just result in playing and worse.
And I think
great rocket coming out.
So Moo has just really shown up this match. This has been an extremely good showing. Yeah, there we go, another one. Here's some really strong rockets. And Mo, I think he's just, going for sort of like the Hail Mary plays at the moment. That super shot, he's doing a lot of damage actually, and not quite enough to finish that off.
Yeah, the stack on Moo here is very weak. Yeah, Mo gets that kill just before he reaches the Mega. But I just don't think that it's enough to bring him back into this game. 10 points down here, 2 minutes left to go.
I'd say it's a lot to ask for.
The stacks are fairly even here as well.
He does have the advantage of this inject, but I don't know if that will be enough. Because all it's going to take is a couple of rails. He does use the inject to get that speed boost. Oh, but he doesn't quite see Moo there. Moo hitting a nice rocket.
A good LG as the chase does happen. He backs up though, knowing that he's a bit weak and should just restack here. Both fighting on the Mega as Moo picks it up. Not looking good for Mo here.
Yeah, I think this is all she wrote for Mo. So he played extremely well this set.
Yeah, we're looking at 1 minute here, 10 points down. I think it's safe to call GG.
1 minute warning.
I see.
Another fight taking place on this Mega. These rockets just aren't connecting from Mo. Misses the rail. Some good rockets returning from Moo.
Moo, yeah, cleaning up another one here. Over at heavy. 6 to 17, an extremely dominant showing from Moo.
Just some great rockets coming out from Moo here. Yeah, I think what we really saw at the start of this map was just that early control taken by Moo with that railgun. Just every single time Mo wanted to enter, he'd just get shot down.
I'd say, well, he took the first, 5 rails out of 5 rails to start in the first 30 seconds of the match. And we're getting some nice shots off there at the end. But there we go. There is our first grand final victor for Div 6. We have Moo Moo taking it out in overall a pretty close set. Like, that CK going into overtime. Awoken, I think, closer than the scoreline necessarily suggested. So he had a very strong showing on Ruins, but Insomnia, yeah, that was definitely
Insomnia just seems to be the strongest map shown in the finals there.
Yeah, he did not let down at all there. And whether that comes to nerves or whether or not that just comes to him knowing the map better, he played that really well. So let's see if we can get Moo Moo in here real quick for a quick interview. We'll just have a chat with him, see how he's feeling.
It's quite surprising as well seeing that, due to the fact that the 3 maps prior were just so close. And then coming out with such a dominant performance from Moo.
Alright. Yeah, so we're going to get Moo in here for a real quick chat. Moo Moo, congratulations. Congratulations, mate. Really well played. Really well played. How are you feeling?
My mic working?
Your mic is working. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Feeling pretty good. Obviously, GG's.
I would say, yeah. I would say, had some really close matches there. That CK especially versus Mo. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I wanted to tear my hair out playing against the Eisen.
I would say that he did some really good placement of that turret.
Yeah.
So well, run us through that. I think the last map is the map we all sort of want to know most. But how did you like that? You hit some insane shots. I think the very start of the match, it was 30 seconds in, you did 100% rail. It was 5 of 5, and it was just such a dominant showing on Insomnia. Yeah, run us through how you were feeling and what you were thinking through that match.
To be honest, pretty lucky to just get those shots at the start. I mean, Mo is an aggressive player, and I only had the railgun to fight him with, so yeah, just had to hit him.
I'll say not only your rails though, that map especially too. Rockets he had some great shots, really good defensive rockets as Mo was trying to push in. Would that be something you definitely say is one of your strengths as a player?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I use rockets a lot. Coming from Super Fortress 2, it's kind of the only similarity. So.
I see. So that's something you can cross over between 2K. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the rockets are pretty strong on Insomnia as well, especially.
So yeah, that map definitely leads towards some good rock plays. Anyway, well done again. I'd say, is there anything you want to say to anyone, or?
Oh yeah, shout out Lost and Found, shout out all those guys, shout out Mom and Dad, shout out to Mo, shout out to Hiff. Yeah, thanks for casting.
So well done again, extremely well. Congratulations on your Div 6 Grand Final first place. Well done, well done.
Thank you.
All right, we are now moving on to Div 3, we're actually going to right now. We are Div 4 and 5 are going to be played later on tonight. We get players, so we're going to be seeing Lucky versus Momotan.
I will have to go here as I'm starting work soonish.
Thank you anyway for coming along and casting. That was a great session. I really appreciated it. And
thank you for having me.
So you're welcome to come back later on if you'd like. Anyway, let's get these two in. We got Momo. So this match I am really looking forward to. I know these two have been playing a whole lot. They've been grinding. Some of their results have been really impressive, actually. It's been an interesting Div 3. So these two met first time in round 1. Momentan taking the victory, 2-1. And since then, both players been doing pretty well. Lucky finishing 3rd in the groups, and Momentan finishing 4th. So neither player are actually top 2. So a few upsets in this division, which is interesting to see. Momentan, Lucky. But these two players have definitely shown that they have really improved over the season. And I know, personally playing Momentan, he has got some really scary aim on him. Now, let's pull up our map picks here for these two players. So this again, using the Grinder map picks. Alright, so we're starting out on Deep Embrace, which was Lucky's map pick, followed by Insomnia, then Ruins, Blood Cub, and then CK to finish it out. That's Momo bringing out the Nyx and the Athena. This is going to be a really good match up for Deep Embrace. Athena, an extremely powerful champion on this map. We've seen it a lot. And I think Lucky is going to be able to get the speed advantage over Momentan here. Now, this match, I definitely know the servers are South, Central, South. Central. So what do we feel in chat? Who are we leaning towards for this set? What am I doing that one? So we got to go Momo from OPM here. So starting out on the South server, this will be our Lucky server. And both players are ready to roll. Let's go. Deep Embrace. They want frag limit of 20. Alright, we can... We probably won't hit 100 anyway, but... This is one of these maps where we're going to see a lot of explosive action, especially as, say, the Athena, able to move up and down from the high ground. Nyx, having the double jump, able to get around some of these walls really well. And, of course, the invis, obviously. So I'm seeing a lot of love here for Momo. Say one for Lucky. Yeah, I'd have to probably lean towards Momentan in this game, just from what I've seen. He's got such good aim on him. He's come from playing a lot of DBT, so he knows what he's doing.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3.
Alright, and starting us out on Lucky. So does he gets this heavy spawn. Probably the best spawn here for the light. Grabbing both his weapons and pushing straight up onto that heavy. Momentan, however, being very aggressive, pushing straight in with just the LG. He gets a little bit of a tickle, but no real damage here. And so again, great little rocket there. Oh, Lucky getting caught out with that rail out. I don't think he was quite ready for that great defensive rocket though. Momentan is coming off better here. Both players coming really close to that direct. And Momentan so low. Down to 20 HP. He's just going to get this Mega here now. And Lucky will probably be right picking up this heavy. A great rail now. Pushing Momotan back again, and fortunately for him, all this stack is still here. But he's got to watch out. He's just picking up the rail now. So Deep Embrace being a map that's very heavily rail fate. There we go, and that rail engagement. Lucky hitting both those shots extremely well. He's going for the spawn frag. A little bit too quick there. Doesn't quite get it. Trying to hit the damage off on the spawn there at rail. And he sees him again here. Let's try to spam it. Good rail here. He could use the grapple hook to push in here, but no. Momotan being safe, using that invis and getting out of there. But unfortunately, Lucky is going to be able to steal away this mega. And what a fantastic rail. He knows where he is over at the LG. Good rail in return, but still a lot of work to do here. Close range rail, and Lucky will take that. Off spawn here, a push from Momotan with just the LG. Bit aggressive from him. Lucky still does have an extremely strong stack, and he's got control of this high ground here, which is the most important part of this map. It allows him to get around so quick, and especially using these hooks perfectly. He's able to deny those time shards from the Nyx, so it's pretty crucial for her to have them. He doesn't see the invis, he's got no idea. And there we go, that's a steal of that mega. What a great play. But Momotan not getting the damage he wants. Lucky hitting some really good rails here. Pushes out with LG. This should be another frag for him, and it is. 3-1, 2 minutes in. And this is why the Athena is such a strong pick on this map. Good bit of spam there from Momotan. He's keeping Lucky low, keeping him on that side of the map, but look at that. Using the hook, he's able to run around to the other side of the map over Momotan, and that will steal him this mega. I will also update. Thank you for that OPM. Div 3 finals now. And both players really low here. Anything will play either player right now. They're both just trying to wiggle around each other. The hook to try and get out, but Momotan's not going to let him. Using that HMG really well. Putting Lucky down just before he gets a chance to get in. And now we see the control being reversed. But good rail just as Momotan's trying to cross over. That's a really dangerous spot. Really in the open there. A lot of rail angles. And Lucky knows where he is. But Momotan playing quiet, playing patient. He gets that rail. And Lucky's super low here. He's got to keep running. Another armor shot here denied from that rail. And doesn't matter though, because Lucky, he's just hitting all the shots that he has to do. It's a huge amount of damage. But these rockets here from Momotan are fantastic. Pushes Lucky back. And a bit of a quiet play here. He knew where he was, but wasn't quite able to hit that rail. Both players sub 50 here. They are railable. This is the Div 3 Grand Final, yes. The Momotan able to stack up a lot quicker here. Lucky is still really low. He's got to be careful. He gets that rail. There we go. He gets the rail. He gets out. But Momotan, even with that, he's still got heaps of time to get over to this mega, this heavy. And I'd like to get a bit of damage here. But alas, Lucky. You will concede that. Back off a little bit. And we will see another cycle of items go into the favor of Momotan. And wow, those two rails. Wow, Lucky, they were insane. And then the drop down with the LG. I don't think Momotan was ready for that. And here we go. He knows the spawn here. Great use of that. And he steals it just about. Yeah. You can't get out of that invis from Nyx. And he's just sitting there waiting, hoping that he could steal that mega away. But a little bit too quick for Lucky. Taking another frag there off spawn at the rockets. It's 6-2 right now. And great rail jumping over. Shotgun not getting as much work as he'd like at that range, but he's pushing in still though. He's actually getting some good damage off, and Lucky's not able to hit these rockets. He's gonna be careful, he pushes right into that shotgun, and that super shotgun at that range. He's just doing a drive-by, and Lucky was not ready for that. But then Lucky, this is the thing with the Athena. The speed that the Athena can get around the map. I don't think Momotan was prepared for the Athena to be already on top of him. He just got that frag. And Momotan, going for, yeah, we got good use of the Ghost Walk. Lucky sees it this time. He backs off. Oh, fantastic midair. And that will secure him that frag. And again, off this spawn, he doesn't quite hit it this time, fortunately for Momotan. And Momotan just runs straight over to this Mega again. And moments before it's able to pick it up. Lucky taking another one. This is a really strong showing from Lucky right now.
Stopwatch.
This is where it can be hard playing a light on a map like this, especially against Athena. But look at the damage that Momotan's put out. And tries to drop down, but no! The rocket that came out from Lucky pushes him down into the hole. That's really unfortunate there for Momotan. That could have been his chance to get back in this. But instead, it's pretty much just resets back to exactly where we were. So Lucky's got the position here on this heavy. The Nyx is invisible. Is he going to be almost the inside out? Not quite. And now Momotan is so low. 0 armor to his name, but the LG so strong. He needs to be careful again though. Same deal as last time. Lucky can get to this Mega so fast. And that's a beautiful shot for him to hit. Let's force Lucky off. And he's going to catch him out here jumping down. There we go. Beautiful play by Momotan. And he's even going to catch him out at the spawn here with that great red rocket. Stop to LG, absolutely perfect weapon choice. Bringing this back, 7 to 10. This map is one of those maps where the momentum can swap so quick and change some frags really fast. Really good LG here from Lucky, but not as good as Momotan's. 2 frag game now. But he's run out of LG. Oh, perfect timing for that. That was fantastic. Right as he picked up the Mega, he timed that to the exact second. He will get over here. Plenty of time to pick up this heavy. Here's Lucky going underneath the map here. So he's got the high ground. And he hears that jump out. He knows where he is right now. This will be a free Mega here for him. There we go. Now we're going to see an engagement here. Up the bounce pad. Great entry damage. And the follow-up with the rail. Very strong. And not only that, nice clean frag here from Momotan. Just before this heavy comes up. We'll be a little bit careful here with the speed from the Athena. Great damage. Like to see the swap to the LG. Perfect. He's doing a really good job of weapon choice right now so far, Momotan. He's never getting caught out with the wrong weapon. And that's the thing, as the Nyx, he sort of can't afford to do. If he doesn't have that Ghost Walk up, he is going to be absolutely melted. Great rail. Falls back. He hears him coming out this way, but no. The fake out just misses the angle there on Lucky. And we are tied back up again. It is 10 to 10. Oh, but there we go. That's exactly the Ghost Walk to get him out of that situation. Good rail there. Lucky. Lucky had such a strong start in this match, and that was so close to indirect. That would have been an amazing shot to hit. This is a fight. Lucky he's not going to win, but he does hit that direct rocket. That's actually really big for him. Fortunately, Momotan does manage to pick up that armor and that health, but this will give the heavy armor to Lucky here, so we will actually have the better stack for this next fight. Oh, that missed rail is big. And then Momotan able to return it. That's so crucial and such a strong LG there. Gotta be careful going up those jump pads. Still makes a sound when Nyx, and so yeah, Lucky knows exactly where he is, but that does not matter. The defensive direct from Momotan doesn't give him a chance. And well, what started out as a really dominant map from Lucky. He's swung around. He does get that frag there, but there's no time. And we will see Momotan taking the first map. 13 to 11. That was an extreme. Look at the rail there from Lucky, 62, but even though he hit all hit the rails, just he wasn't able to keep up with the with Momotan. Just too much stack, and just hitting all those defensive shots they needed, which kept putting him on the back foot. And we're getting Schulz is coming in here to join us for the next map.
Yep.
Which we are
An invite.
moving on to Insomnia again.
Seems more popular and seems quite a popular map in some of the divs. I know the Div 1 guys don't like it though.
I'd say it is a usually an insta ban for a lot of players. Always is for new maps.
Yeah, we saw that with XR last time and even Deep Embrace when it first came out.
And now we're moving over to Central now. So that was the other thing to keep in mind. Momo was at the Lucky had the server advantage for that fight. So now we're going over to Momotan server for Insomnia. And both players are ready. So let's kick off straight into it.
Yeah. Got an Anarchy versus a Galena. Anarchy definitely the movement advantage.
Definitely, yeah.
And you don't really have anywhere to try and hide triple totems, so I think we're gonna see Momo using them in fights or to restack.
The more aggressive totems are definitely going to be the way to play this because there's no there are, as you say, there's no spots in this map to hide totems, so I don't think Lucky's going to allow a 3-stack to pop up, especially with the speed he's traversing the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we backing Momotan again for this map? What do we all think? Does Momotan take this 2-0 lead in this grand final?
I think, honestly, I'd say the champ matchup favors Lucky slightly.
Let's start here on Lucky and see what he has to offer for us.
He's immediately got huge stack and a railgun. But he probably don't want to try and get a straight-on fight yet. He's going to be able to get... takes that totem and gets rockets for free. This is good.
Yeah, we've got to pick up that LG as well. So he's got everything he needs right now.
But so does Momo. He should have been able to get rail on that side of the map. Oh, that's a big rail. Lucky. He's actually coming to this mega.
This is really smart actually by Momotan. Lucky just assumes he's going to go in and take that heavy, but not going to be the case. And above him, he's going to drop on. The LG is fantastic. That is actually so strong. Lucky. That was secure in this break, but he goes up the jump pad. Maybe a bit too aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, Momo actually gets the small armor, and even though he loses the fight, Lucky's so low here. And he's just got to get out of it as quick as possible. There's no way he can contest for this mega. Grabs a small. And he just has to leave. He's railable here, and he tries to jump. And yeah, you just can't take that chance against a rail. So Momo in a pretty good position here. He's got all the weapons he wants. He's got the stack. He's just got to find Lucky and cut him off. And another nice rail. Good LG. And yeah. I mean, Momo could eat.
Good start from him. He's securing this mega. Great rail there from double rails. This could be 3 rails in a row. There you go. That's how Lucky wants to do it.
Well, that's a good frag. Momo's actually just gonna get heavy off that. So, I mean, it was just a really he just all-ined on that play. And the shotgun comes out.
What do you do at that range? The shotgun's just too strong.
Yeah. But Momo, he's got stack, he's got position. Looks like he's trying to get a rail here, but he's caught out. Great play by Momo. He gets the read and gets a really clean frag. And wow, Araki's managed to just win that fight.
That's extremely lucky for him, but got to be careful here
He's
now.
dropped off this Mega, and he might lose it here.
It's a great damage getting in, but just before he
Yeah.
picks up that Mega, so it doesn't mean too much for him. He's come straight back around here to try and defend this.
He's got to be careful as Momo just comes in, picks up the item.
Great defensive 100 though. He almost runs into that totem, but not quite.
Yeah.
He will use
One
inject.
thing
Pick up
that
this
inject is quite good as they're equal stack now. Better position for Lucky.
He's able to push him off, and that will be now a free Mega for him. But no, Lucky's just pushing. Momotan's just pushing straight back in, and nah, good bit of LG there from Lucky. Pushes him back out.
And just using that Anarchy movement there to get such a good position. He could go push in for the frag. At the very least, he'd want to get rail here. Nice LG, and he's got time before the Mega, so he's just looking for this frag. He has lost position, but he's got 3 seconds. He's going to be able to push in. Nice rail. But, might not be enough. On. Should be a frag for Lucky. He's got the stack of energy, gets it. Leading it to be 4-4.
Good rails here. Keeping that stack at bay. Momotan, a lot of health here, but no armor, and Lucky's in a position for this. He doesn't quite hit that rail. Momotan's still just pushing in. And he tries to jump in, and
the LG
again.
is good.
Oh, that inject saves his life there. But Lucky's got to get some health here. He can't. But there we go. He is playing this. Great 2 shots there. He's going to go for pushing here and the HMG. Beautiful
that
switch.
Was a great switch. And he's
right
secure
before
the
this,
Mega.
yeah, just before this item comes up.
Oh, he's got to be a bit careful here. And he's able to get the frag. Gets heavy as well, and I mean, Lucky, you see, he's sort of just sticky around this area of the map as much as is possible. Oh, he's finally come around here. Good inject. Oh, nice spam rocket.
They're able to push him out there. That's really good.
Denying the armor as well. It's good. There's only 1 up for Momo now, and Lucky just trying to find that rail. And yeah, Momo, I mean, he's just forced to run right now. He doesn't have the stack to take a fight. And
so that's all time for Lucky. He is ahead here. Still plenty of time, but it's that was a fantastic rail there.
You might see a rocket jump.
Good rocket jump there, just to make sure he secures. It doesn't want Momo to try and run over while he's going back round.
But this difference in item timings. He's actually got time to come over and get this heavy. A lot of defensive damage from Momo though. And Lucky's got to be careful here. Oh, the missed rail's going to cost Momo there as he's just forced to lead. But he's coming anyway. Oh, he's done a lot of damage. Yeah. I mean, that's enough for him to be able to contest this item. No, he's too slow there. Yeah. Lucky, he's got plenty of time. Just sort of sit above this heavy. But I think Momo might be trying to go for triple totems, and as I say that, one of them is taken out. Oh, and great damage from Lucky.
Great sort of rockets there. This is, Lucky's really taking this away now.
Yeah, I think Momo's just trying to make something happen to give him an in, but Lucky's he's getting low, but he's able to restack after each fight enough that there's no momentum shift.
So now Lucky having that inject as well, that extra bonus station. Great direct rocket there. Momotan bouncing him around. He wasn't quite ready for that push in there. But Momotan, he comes out, relative sack, but we see this again. He injects straight off from Lucky, but the great defensive rockets from Momo pushes him off.
But Momo's not that stacked either.
Stacked
And-
enough to take that rail, and that will
Yeah.
secure him that frag.
But 100-0 with Heavy coming up. He's got to be a bit careful. Good rail angle, and the totem comes in. Gets the frag.
So you hate to see it. And this, what looked like it was a very dominant match from Lucky, is really quickly turning into it's only a 3 frag game. And there's only 2 minutes left, so this is definitely doable.
Looks like Aralaki might try and slow down here. He can't really contest the items yet with no armor. Needs to take his time getting weapons, and honestly, he could probably pass back because Galena's gonna have a hard time chasing.
So you can't take these rail battles like this. So Momentan, good shot from him. But yeah, and he does the right thing here. He backs out. Momentan will get this heavy.
And Momo, he's gonna be struggling here because he's just gotta find a fight where he can take Aralaki out without leaving.
Oh, great entry in that moment. He wasn't ready for it. And swap to LG, perfect. And we'll even take that armor shard there too. Just before this heavy comes up. And no, Lucky pushes in and nowhere near enough damage. I don't think he quite realized how much stack Momentan was still on.
Oh, and he's caught him. Might catch him out here as well. Good rail.
He's gonna just push
gotta
up.
Have to.
1 minute warning.
And
Momentan
should be enough
drops
frag for Momo. Aralaki actually gets out somehow.
He can't push into this.
And he's...
He actually does a huge amount of damage there, and that's just after the Mega as well, so if he realizes how low
Heavy's about to spawn.
One rail's all to it. Oh, he misses the shot though, but this will give him this heavy.
Yeah. We've seen just... Oh, what a rocket from Momo, and that is a huge rocket as we're only 30 seconds left in the game. Oh, he's out of rails though. Gotta be careful, Aralaki. Might want to push this. Yeah. Oh, and that lack of rails really punishing Momo there. You just hear the click.
And we're going into overtime.
But
great LG here from Lucky, and wow, this is fantastic.
And he comes up fast. Great rockets, and
he runs out of LG at the last second.
What a game!
Wow, that was incredible. And look at the Lucky hitting some amazing rails in that match.
Yeah.
But Momentan, just with the defensive rockets, just so strong. Hitting so many directs. Well, there we go. That'll be Momentan taking the second map. So now we're going to have to see a reverse sweep from Lucky if we want to take this into OT. Sorry, not into OT. If we want to take this to a 4th map. Same thing. BF5,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
And we have Hamo joining us for this 3rd map of the Div 3 Grand Finals.
All right. Get me in the game. I'm so ready to cast these boys. How's I've been watching the stream all day. Been loving seeing all the games get played.
So we've had some explosive action between some of these players. Been some fantastic matches so far, and I'm sure the rest of them are going to be the exact same.
Yeah, right. And I see 41 people on the stream right now. That's pretty great for a Division 3 Grand Final in Quake Champions for the APAC League. Good to see so many people tuning in, having a good time. So many people in the chat. If you're in the chat right now, let's hear you. Let's see who you think is going to be able to take out this 3rd map. Do you think Momentan is going to take the clean sweep, or do you reckon RR Lucky can come back from the depths that he is now in 2 maps down? What do you reckon, RR Lucky or Momentan, ladies and gentlemen?
We're moving back onto our Lucky server, back to Sydney, and we're going to Ruin, seeing the Strog versus Eisen.
Alright, Strog versus Eisen. And is this me and Shulzy taking this one away?
You're Shulzy. Welcome to take this one.
Alright. Shuls, how are ya?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just looking forward to watching these games. Alright. I'd say this map. I prefer the Strog, but neither's bad. Like, there's just a few spots where the turret is just so annoying. What do you reckon?
If the turret's up in that T section, it could get really annoying because,
Yeah.
like, sometimes you need to beat the other player to that mega, and so you're just flying through and then you just right into a turret. But if your opponent doesn't have that rail, that Strog Pika could be so annoying and do so much damage. So we have to see how these guys use their abilities. But overall, Strog's got a little bit of like that movement ability, and speed on this map is probably the most important factor. So we have to see how this pans out.
Yeah.
Do you know if this was Lucky's pick or Momentan's pick?
I will check that right now. It was Lucky's pick.
Okay, and who are we going to be starting on, Mr. Spec?
So let's see what Ara Lucky is going to bring to this game.
All right. To fight. And Shulzy, you want to take it away off spawn?
All right.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Oh, so he gets mega spawn here, and he's going to be able to get rocks. He has to be careful when gaining armor, as he might leave a rail angle, but he is Momo behind him.
Momo hasn't even gone to that heavy armor yet, so the items already have a pretty big split on them. And Momo just wanting to come and get a gun. He not only delayed the heavy armor, but now he doesn't have any weapons either, so he's kind of put himself in a tricky spot, and Ara Lucky should be hunting for the frags now.
And Ara Lucky may have even heard, because he saw Momo at that heavy, he might know it's delayed.
Absolutely, and he does. So Ara Lucky, from the get-go, all 3 weapons, all three armors, and I can confirm now that Momentan also has a Holy Trinity. So Momentan can defend himself, but he is firmly out of control in this map right now, and Ara Lucky needs to capitalize.
Yeah. And he's found him here. The turret does come out. He's got to be a bit careful of that. But actually, the turret might be enough for Momo to just jump on Mega.
The turret and 1 rail, that was all that was needed to kind of hold Ara Lucky away. And now we're going to see some fighting at the heavy here. This is a very important fight. This will give whichever player control. And it's a mutual frag. Who gets the spawn? Momentan spawns at the tri-bolt. Ara Lucky spawns at the other light armor. Neither player at the heavy armor. Both players meet each other at the mega health. The mega health is 5 seconds away, but Momentan smartly recognizing that the heavy armor is still up, so he runs away and goes and gets it. And yep.
Yeah, Ara Lucky should be able to secure Mega here. But a fight breaks out outside this TP. And Momo only has rockets. And
a bit of a juggle right there from both players, but Ara Lucky coming out on top, and now Ara Lucky knows that the split on the items, knows he should be able to deny these weapons, and but the rails from Momentan, he's kind of out mettering Ara Lucky right now. Knows that Ara Lucky wants to try to deny him weapons, but knows that he can just hold the angles and hit those rails.
Yeah, but Momo defending this mega well. Ara Lucky might be able to get a rail on it, but he's gonna struggle to push Momo off completely. Oh, but that rail is big. Just needs to hit 1 more, but he does back off. Gonna try and secure a small armor and try and get heavy. A bit slow though.
Important to note that Pika usage for the killing of the turret. I don't mind that. Like, sometimes that turret is really annoying, but both players collide here. Ara Lucky completely caught out. Momentan's dealt so much damage to him, and Ara Lucky is just 24 health. He cannot take a rail. This is a dire straits. What can he do? Oh, great use of the machine gun and swap there. Now, that is why these guys are Division 3 and not Division 4. They make great judgment calls. And here we go, Momentan catching Ara Lucky out on the spawn frag. And I don't know, can Ara Lucky dig deep and bring this one back? Momentan has firm control now from this point.
And good opening rocket. Momo, he's got this mega to back off onto if he needs to. And yeah, just looking for the damage, and the turret kills Ara Lucky.
Oh, and we could start seeing an emotional dip here from RR Lucky. If he can't really stabilize, get some major items, get some weapons, you know, if he keeps giving up a few more frags at this point, he may start to slip emotionally. And
wow. And he slipped, and not only does he slip down emotionally, he slipped down the stairs there and in the rocket.
And you can hear from RR Lucky just spamming that machine gun. He's not happy about it. He's not happy about how this grand final's going. He really needs to dig deep here, find a good defensive position, hold the defensive position. He's trying to do that now. It's not a bad idea, but he needs to hit his shots if he's going to be doing that.
It's a bit early for this heavy as well. See if he can get some damage while Momo leaves.
There's a perfect split right now on the major items.
Good rail. But he's missed a couple more. And I mean, even though Arawaki's hit two rails, he doesn't have the stack to stick around here. This might be enough frag for Momo as he hits a nice rail.
Momo just cleaning him up right now, playing a very methodical game around the items, being very careful as he pushes into rooms, you know, and kind of just making sure that he's outstacking his opponent. And yeah, RR Lucky just trying to do as much damage as possible. He's actually evened up the stacks now. This is a good opportunity for RR Lucky. He could get the kill here. This could be an opportunity to turn around. He chases him and he gets the frag as well. Yeah. So here we go, RR Lucky. Can you bring it back, buddy? Are we going to see? Well? Yeah, he's got Mega. He's going to be able to get this heavy as well if he knows the timing. Oh, he doesn't want to be taking these rails though. And he goes to this light armor, so I don't know if he knows what the timing is on the heavy. Oh no, it was a good extension right there to get that light armor to try to deny it from Momotan. Momotan, you know, 100 right here. RR Lucky's only just out stacking him. RR Lucky finally, good PC usage, and gets the frag as well. So here we go, RR Lucky, racking up the frags. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, and we've seen a good spurt of control here. He can go for that armor before he goes for heavy, but Sadi wants to take the fight instead. Oh, and he's missed a couple shots, and he's not happy about that.
Yeah. See it in his mouse movement.
Yeah.
He's a bit angry about that. Doesn't know where Momotan is. He's got bearings on him now. Needs to be hitting these shots, though.
Oh, and Momo's just gone full aggression and, yeah, forced the frag.
Wow, what a push there by Momotan. Yeah. He completely caught RR Lucky off guard. RR Lucky was zoomed in with those rockets, trying to hit the long rockets, and Momotan right in your face with the LG. What you gotta do?
Nice spam rocket into the Pika. But, and RR Lucky, he's definitely got time left, but he's gotta do something soon. Great LG.
He probably can't push this, though.
Yeah.
And, oh, if he hit the rail, he would have gotten the frag, but he misses the rail only just.
He's done enough damage which, so he can contest the next item. But he wants this refrag, and he's just going to lose out on heavy. And this is looking harder and harder. RR Lucky.
We might see Momotan get the clean sweep on the Division 3 Grand Final. Division 3? Yeah. Division 3 Grand Final.
Yes.
And I remember Momotan.
Oh, and actually, RR Lucky had better position on that Mega. Able to get that frag and Mega and a second frag off spawn. And 2 frags in 2.5 minutes is, it's not easy, but it's definitely possible for RR Lucky.
Lucky's got to be counting his lucky stars right now that that Momotan isn't playing a fast character. He can chase him down. He's hitting the shots. And yeah, okay. You know, I think that might be the right play to back off there. Don't push down the corridor against the rockets. But
he knows where RR Lucky is anyway, and there should be a frag. Oh, tons of damage from Momo coming.
Oh my god, that was shaky as fuck.
RR Lucky managed to get that frag by the skin of his teeth. He's restacked a bit, and
both players right now, like, you know, you can see the nerves in their mouse movements, in the way that they're playing, in the way that they're moving. It's really high stakes right now. Oh, Oh wow, what a rocket onto that Pika. That probably saved Momentani's life right there and also got him the Mega. That was actually amazing. Momentan's gone off to get that light armor. Aralaki gets his heavy armor. Oh, this is really coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen.
Aralaki, he's got a stack advantage right now. He just needs to find Momo as Momo does not have much armor. He's heard him down there. Oh, he saw him go for the TP. Oh, he's come up the pad. Good rocket. Takes out the turret as well. And he's committing to the chase here.
He wants to kill. Momentan knows the Mega Health is up. He's just going to bail and get that Mega Health. Aralaki's got to make a tough decision here. He pushes. He gets the frag.
What a frag. And Momo's not going to be able to get to this Mega right now. Aralaki in position for it. 40 seconds left. We're about to see full control for Aralaki. And, yeah, it's great for Aralaki. Momo's just got to be so careful here. And the rail is big.
Oh my god, everything is going Aralaki's way right now. All he needs to do is wrap this up. He should go for the kill. He's got Momotan in the corner. But, okay, alright. He's decided one rail
ammo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Needs his strong gun.
Oh, he might be late to this Mega though. But
I don't think Momo's going to contest this one. Yeah,
Momo didn't know the timing.
Momo's gone into full turtle mode. Momo doesn't know how to play that way. Oh my god!
Oh, both
it could go! Oh my god! What a finish! And Momotan! How did he turn that fight around? Aralaki just like wobbled his LG, just couldn't quite hit it the way that he needed to. And Momotan hitting a massive rocket and then 2 rails in a row while Aralaki mid-air. The last rail just like probably 1 pixel on his screen.
Yeah.
Got Aralaki and that will be it. Division 3 Grand Final winner, Momotan, 3-0 over Aralaki, and those are some amazing games right there. Seriously, Aralaki, you shouldn't be too down about that. Momotan played amazing. You played really well as well, and you know that's a really high standard Grand Final for Division 3.
So what a match that was. Wow. I was on the edge of my seat. That entire last 4 minutes there was just so close. Aralaki, what a really good comeback from him. That was incredibly well played. He made almost no mistakes in that final section. And then just that's so unlucky in that final fight. Momotan hitting some really, really good shots to close that last frag out. That could have gone either player's way. Extremely well played.
And Momotan writing in the chat, thank you, man. I was really lucky, and I don't know if he's making a pun on Aralaki's name, but I don't know if that was luck at the end there. He hit some huge damage, and yeah, it went his way. So, I mean, if I was in Momotan's shoes and it came down to a sudden death on the 3rd map when I'm 2 maps up, I might go for the gamble play as well. You know, it's not a bad play. You know, you might win it. Otherwise, you still got 2 maps in your pocket. So I think he made the right call there, and what a great way to finish it out. Do you know if Momotan wants to come in here for a winner's interview?
Momotan unfortunately does not have a mic, but Momotan, feel free to let us know in chat. How are you feeling? How do you feel those games went? That was especially the last one, that was so incredible to watch. But you played really well all 3. Hit some now can uninstall. You played really well for really strong. I reckon next season we'll see you in Div 2 maybe. I reckon up there in Div 2. You can do really well.
Well, yeah, we're definitely not going to be seeing him queuing the QC Duel 4, 5, 6 divisions anymore. Anyway, I think we're on to the next game now. Is that right? Division 2 Grand Final between...
Yes.
Who's it between?
So, Rat Soup and Sam's Goblin, I believe.
Oh, wow. So,
Am I correct in saying
Rat
that?
Soup took down Shruls in the lower bracket final. And Sam's Goblin already took down Rat Soup in the upper bracket final. So, Sam's Goblin, aka Adam, is going to have a map in hand coming into this best of 5 grand final.
Alright, let's get him in. So this match is going to be a really good one. These both players, they've played before. When was it? In the previous tournament we saw them play, I believe. And it was an extremely close set of matches. Group stage, they... As soon as I find it. Here we go. Sam's Goblin took out Ratsup actually 2-1 in their group stage. So let's see if he can take it again now in the best of 5. He will have that one map in hand.
Yeah, Adam will have a map in hand because he's from the upper bracket. Can you do us a favor, Mr. Fuzz Fuzz, and update the Twitch description and the overlay?
Certainly can.
And Adam has also been in Ratsup in the upper bracket final. 2 maps to 1, so I mean 2 wins in the same tourney. Let's see if he can make it 3.
They already done the grinder, or are they just doing it now?
I believe they are doing it now.
Alright, let's get that up and see how...
And everyone that's in the chat, after this Division 2 Grand Final, we will be hosting Shafttastic TV, so you can stay here. We'll move on to Shafttastic TV, and we'll have the top 6 from Division 1 playing out their Grand Finals. I think the top 6 from Division 1, I think we're... Do you know Donna and Fraser? I think they're playing now, aren't they?
Yeah, they were playing earlier.
Fishy and Python is done. Python won 2-1 over Fishy. So we're going to see Dander King, Danny, Steege, Knight, Python, and either Donna or Phrase in the top 6 Grand Finals. So what a star-studded lineup for that Division 1 Grand Final when we get to that at 6 p.m. in an hour's time.
But before that, we've got our picks bands coming along. Adam, banning Veil of Nath, Ratsup banning Insomnia. Our map pool's going to be Awoken, Ruins, Deep Embrace, Blood Covenant, and then finishing off, if need be, on Corrupted Keep.
Your overlay still says "Ara Lucky Momotan," by the way.
Fixing that now. I definitely knew that.
I love it how quickly they're getting through this grinder right now. Ratsu picks Ranger. Adam bans Death Knight is a pretty standard picks right now. So we're getting the 3 green maps first, and then onto the other kind of maps. But yeah, Adam will start with 1 map in hand. Sam's Goblin. And yeah, so also the Division 5 and 6 or 5 and 4, the Division 4 and 5 Grand Finals will be played a bit later tonight. They'll be on in about 2.5 hours. They'll be back on this stream again, but we'll host Shafttastic and then we'll come back when time comes. But yeah, if anyone wants to go and watch Phrase vs Donna, I believe they're playing now over on Donna's stream, which is Hard Beats Department. And yeah, we might see the end of Fraser's journey through the finals, or might see the end of Donna. But for now, let's focus on this Division 2 Grand Final that we got up right now.
So we have a pretty standard Awoken pick here. Ratsup on Ranger, Adam on Doomslayer. Very common matchup to see. Ruin to Sarnath. Again, a very common pickup. Adam with the Galena and Ratsup on the Strog.
Yeah, these guys they only really play VQ3 champs, so if we get to some of the later maps, we might get some weird matchups. And Ratsu picking the Nyx on the Deep Embrace, not your usual pick.
It's not the most common pick, but I can certainly see it working. But that's the thing, when you get down to these best of 5, you do need to have, we're going to see some unusual champ picks on some maps.
Oh my god, I think Donna just knocked out Phrase.
There you go.
Wait, I'm not sure then.
No.
At the end of the game, Donna won 10-9. He got a frag just before the buzzer. And Phrase wrote, I lost because of ping.
Typical.
Well, I mean, Phrase can't lose unless it's due to ping. So.
I'm not sure if that's the end of it though. I think it might just be one map so far. But that's hilarious.
So we'll keep you updated on that match as it goes.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it for you guys.
All right, and then we saw Ratsu picking the Athena on Deep Embrace. We're actually seeing a rematch of the Memotan Lucky game with the Nyx and the Athena again on Deep Embrace. Athena definitely the stronger pick there. Then
we have a BJ on Bloodcov, not the champ.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, BJ vs Anarchy, not the most common matchup, but as it gets to the point where you need all these champions.
Yeah.
So
although the 5th map is not going to happen, just because we've already had that map advantage.
That's true.
So yeah, we may end with a BJ vs Anarchy on Bloodcov. Yeah, should be an interesting match.
All right.
And once we get this organized, I'll let you two organize the first cast the first match.
So I'm
It'd be great if
excited
you
to
did.
see these guys.
I just got to get something to eat. BRB.
All right.
Is that okay, Shulzy?
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll cast.
Cool.
All right. Well, what are you expecting for our Awoken matchup from these two?
Well, they're both players who hit hard, and they're both quite standard. I do rate the Ranger pick a bit more, so I think Ratsu has a slight advantage in terms of champs, and he was hitting like 70% rail against me when we played Awoken earlier, so
that's about standard Ratsu rail then. So we'll see if he can pick that up and get to 80% this match. Nothing less will be accepted.
Yeah.
And but yeah, this is going to be a very big aim brawl, I think, especially on this map. We're going to see a lot of
players. They'll just play on the items, but they'll just be taking fights whenever they can. And it's hard to say. Like, I think it just comes down to who's aiming better on the day.
Yeah.
Like, they're both good.
Ratsu and Psalm's Goblin. There we go. Now, both of these matches will all be played on Sydney. Alright, the compulsory toilet break before a match starts. The very on some other nerves before a game. There we go, there's the second one gone. Alright, well that will give us a minute just to have a quick look over some of these other maps then, see what we think. So then, yeah, moving on to Ruins. We see Ratsup with Strog. And Adam picking up with the Galena. Definitely a much better map for Galena. Strog does have good movement through this map, so it's going to be... I think this is going to come down to how well Ratsup's going to be able to control this map.
I don't know about Ratsup's Strog. Like, it is... Yeah, I haven't seen Ratsup play it much, so it'll be interesting to see how the movement is. But yeah.
He's going to have to try and hunt down these totems, especially down, we see commonly down by heavy. Galenas will love to set up, get their triple stack totems going down by heavy. Then they have the overstack from the their totems and that heavy there. So it's going to be it's going to be a scary match. And being a very rail heavy map, we're going to see a lot of rail battles between these two.
Yeah.
It's all. I think. I honestly couldn't even pick this one. This is gonna be such a close set.
Yeah. I just
This
these
is-
players are so close. They play quite similarly, like just because they practice together. Like they'll be very standard. You won't see as many traps. You'll just see sort of like just the regular sort of areas people stand and trying to hit rounds when out of control and trying to fight when in control. And since neither of these guys play crazy champs, it'll be even more standard.
Even for our best five, we do have pretty much. I suppose we could do. We do are going to see a couple of lights on Deep Embrace if we get that far.
Yeah.
Um,
Psalms does have that Athena.
And the Nyx for Ratsup, so maybe there's something we don't know about the Nyx on Deep Embrace. She can do a lot of those jumps. Her double jump can. There we go. We've got a quick conversation about how our toilet breaks were. Let's just get going before this goes any further. But yeah, Nyx can do a lot of those double jumps. But yeah, starting on Awoken. Let's.
It's not Awoken. That is Realms of Sarnath.
Realms of Sarnath. Shit. I've got too much on my plate right now, alright? It's both green maps. They're both
the same Elder Gods.
Maybe we can play this one first and we'll go to Ruins later on.
Yeah. We'll just swap the champs.
So we'll quickly back out after this one and relaunch that up. This is why we have Shaftastic to cover us.
Well, we are loading in. A quick update. The Donna versus Phrase match is on the second map, and it's currently 2-1 to Phrase 4 minutes in. Make that 3-1. So another close game.
So Donna upper map, though, so... Be interesting if Phrase can bring that one back. I think Phrase was definitely be the favourite out of that to move on.
But we'll see as everyone quits back to lobby. We will start on an Awoken. Hopefully we tell the players. Wait, I didn't tell the players to quit.
Alright, they've already done it.
Right. And yeah. Yeah, Ranger and Doom are definitely more regular picks on Awoken than Ruins.
Yeah.
But
Ranger can definitely work on Ruins, but
Ruins. Yeah, definitely. I mean Ranger can work on every
Ranger's just one of those like Visor, just kinda works everywhere.
I'd say even more so than Visor.
Alright. There we go, Awoken. Let's go.
Starting the perfect stream. Loading into the first map.
And Awoken, we didn't start on Ruins. Let's begin. We see Ranger Doom.
Mm-hmm. So who are we starting on?
Alright, let's start off on this Ranger. If we're going to see any fun play off the start, I definitely think we're going to see something with the Orb from Ranger.
Yeah.
There's always a few little spots where you can, depending on your opponent's plays, can try and sneak in through. And
both these players are going to want Railgun off spawn, so see who gets it and who gets it faster.
Round begins in 3, 2.
And let's see what Ratsoup's going to bring for us. And he gets the heavy spawn, and he's going to go straight up into T. Both players go straight up into T, and that was a great direct, huge amount of damage. He misses the direct, and a little bit careless there. He almost gets taken out with just the machine gun.
Yeah. And even though he's got nothing, he's decided he wants to get Rail anyway, and I mean that's just greed for the Rail punish there.
It starts at 0-1's map in hand for Psalm's Goblin because he won in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
That's why the score is currently 0-1. And now we're
Ratsup.
seeing Ratsup getting all his weapons.
He doesn't have any stack right now. No armor. He's so low.
Especially not after that rail. He's got to kind of just fall back.
Yeah.
But no one has control yet. Both items still in a big split. Sam's Goblin. He's taking up this T position. Ratsup, he can't push into this and he knows. Yeah, he knows where Sam's is. He's pulling out, letting him have that mega. He's going to try and get this fadeaway damage. Great rail. And can he get this second one off spot? He can't get it as he picks up that mega.
The gap between these items is small enough that Ratsup can just sort of slow down and pick it up here.
This is that really good LG here.
Yeah.
Great rock jump to get out of there. And this immediately gets him up in this position. Fantastic tribal. Huge amount of damage. He hears the jump pad. And he's not going to chase in. But there we go. Really patient from Ratsup. He gets that rail. And Sam's Goblin is so low now. He can't fight this. And Ratsup knows. He's still got this mega to fall back on. There we go. Picks it up. 7 seconds between items. He hears him. He's going to... Oh, the orb throw. I don't think Sam's Goblin was expecting that. And Ratsup, great play with that.
And although... He might just have to back off to get heavy here. It's a big gap now, but he has used his orb and Psalms has restacked a bit.
Yeah, good little bit of tribal pushing Psalms Goblin out of T. He still doesn't have the stack where he can fight in these situations. He wants that upper T armor. And Ratsup knows, but he doesn't. He actually drops down low. The LG does not quite enough to push him off the edge of the map. And the return rail from Sam's Goblin. Good damage. It's a scary spot now for Ratsup. Sam's Goblin's hitting some fantastic rockets. He goes up the jump pad. And he doesn't quite assist the LG in time. And Ratsup really lucky that he gets that frag. 2-0. Still not too stacked here, so he's got to be careful. Sam's Goblin could just push in here with the LG, but no, he's playing it slow. And as soon as he sees the mega, he just charges in for it. And what an orb from Ratsup gets the perfect telefrag.
And I think the orb's really making the difference there for Ratsup.
That's the difference with this game. They're both hitting really well, but when you've got that ability that can just deal that 100 damage in that burst like that, and Sam's Goblin just doesn't have that.
Failed now jump. Might confuse Psalms here, but he'll hear him now. Oh, great rocket, and that's caught him on the pad. And this might be a frag for Psalms if he kills him before Mega. And he just makes it. Ratsup not going to be happy with that one.
So that was an intended drop down there from Psalms. He knew that armor was coming up. Gets the rail now. So he's got all of his weapons, and he has position here. Obviously, sees him bait teleporter there.
And he's got plenty of time before this Mega. Ratsup will have position at T, but... Oh, what a rocket from Psalms.
Both players hitting really good damage here.
Yeah.
And there we go, the LG comes out, and it just has to push Psalms back, and that tri-bolt is fantastic. 20 health left.
Both players low. I think Psalms might even go for a rail here. He's way too early for heavy, but both players are 1 HP and Ratsup hits the rail through the hole.
He peeks the window, and yeah. Psalms got to look at the wrong angle.
Yeah.
But Ratsup is still on such low health, so he's got to be careful here. He might have the armor, but he's still only on 50.
No. Both players around it, they're not really caring about how much stack they have. They're just confident that they'll hit the shot and win. And nice rail by Psalms, but Ratsup able to pick up the Mega. Does mean he doesn't have any overstack right now. So he's got to be careful. Oh, nice rail from Psalms. Caught him out with Tribot out, and that's a frag.
A good frag there by Psalms. That's what he needed now.
Yeah.
But neither of these players have really been able to hold a rotation here. It's fights get really scrappy between these items, and kind of just pushes one player off. But here we go. Psalms going to finally take that Mega. Fantastic
what a
tri-bolt here from Ratsup's been using some great tri-bolt this match, actually. Huge amount of damage. But that rocket there. And the orb! And we get a Mitchell just before Heavy's up. Who's going to get the spawn?
And Psalms should be able to get there. Ratsup showing respect, leaving it up. And I think he wants to get rail here. But he's just listening to try and take a rocket fight. But Psalms will have more stack. Oh, great LG though. And wow, yeah, that jump down to the Mega was too greedy, and Ratsup's just punished Psalms by LGing him.
Yeah, hitting 100%. And there's still a while before this heavy up, so... Yeah, Sam's gone, he knows that. He gets out of here, and he's going straight over towards this... No, he's sitting up in T. So he does want this rail right now.
Good rock jump. He hasn't quite found him here, but if he does... Oh, nice rail. And like Psalms, take this rail immediately after Mega Spawns. Even though he hits it, nothing really matters. Nothing changes. And some nice travel damage. It should be another frag for Ratsup.
So he lets him live, but doesn't quite make it through the hole in the wall, but it doesn't really matter too much for him. He's going to pick up this heavy. Huge stack for him right now. Psalms got him still with no armor. He's going to hear him pick up that armor, and he's kind of trapped down the bottom here. What a great pair of rockets from Psalms, and wow. How that just turned around in a matter of seconds. And not only... There you go. That's just how this game's going. Huge rocket damage from Psalms Goblin there. That's the one advantage that the, while the Doomslayer doesn't have that damage ability like Ranger does.
He can avoid so many
more rockets. Exactly right.
And Psalms, he's also got a bit more speed here with that double jump. He knows where Ratsup is. Mega's coming up in a second, and he's got some time to look for damage. And Ratsup just sort of playing around that LG area, giving a ton of sound cues, but Psalms doesn't know if he's gonna leave or not.
So a lot of good try belt from these two players. Not much connecting there. And Psalms Goblin is finally sort of securing this rotation. He gets that heavy. Coming over to Mega. But Ratsup is in this T spot. There we go. He falls back. Giving it up to Psalms. He's heading over. He's got his rail now. That's what he wanted.
And, I mean, the time is ticking down. They haven't been a frag for some while, but that rail will allow him to push in.
The orb doesn't quite go through the TP, and that is going to cost him that frag. And not only that, he didn't get the heavy, but is Psalms Goblin even going to look? Does he know? He is heading over there, so he should see it now. There we go.
He gets heavy now, but he's got a rush if he wants this Mega. Good rocket jump.
He will make it. He will have the stack, but that's some fantastic rockets. And the LG almost out the window. I don't know how he didn't go out.
And he gets them. Oh,
Ratsup falling down. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. He's not able to get that damage.
6-6, 2 minutes left. Psalms has all the guns and great opening rail.
Almost.
And Ratsup down too early for this item.
So Ratsup almost hitting a bunch of directs here. Psalms Goblin really lucky he's not getting hit by these. And the LG from Ratsup. But the rocket's raining down from above. Too strong. Again, that Ranger doesn't have the way to dodge it.
Yeah. Psalms has to be careful. He can't really contest this Mega with his health. But he should be able to try and deny Ratsup some weapons. But no. Ratsup, he's got an LG, he's got a rail, and he's probably going to get rockets here. Psalms, he's at a Mega that's not spawning for 20 seconds. And he's just defending it. He doesn't know it's not coming up. And I mean, that's just a huge timing error.
So I think that's just a problem with how these guys have been playing this match. It's pretty much just go from one item to the next and then fight there. And so when the delay happens, he wasn't really ready for it. And Ratsup.
And that one mistake looks like it'll cost Psalms the map. Ratsup in a great position right now with only 45 seconds left to go.
Does miss that rail. Would have been a nice one to hit there. But it looks like, Ratsup is going to be happy to just sort of slow this down now. He's got a good stack. We're only going to see one more rotation of items. And he'll just sit on this side of the map and try and deal these rails.
He may have gone a bit too defensive. Like, he does have that orb to escape, but only 30 seconds. He's given Psalms a free heavy.
But Psalms has given him the free Mega, and now look at the time. There's only 15 seconds left.
I mean, Psalms just... I don't know why he's waiting. He's trying to just trap him. And that rocket knockback will secure him. Secure Ratsup to win. He can just orb out and leave. And good frag for Ratsup as he takes the first map 9-7, and the series score is 1-1.
There we go. We're tying it up. Well done. Say 42% rail. Ratsup only using 14 rails that match and only hitting 5 of them. That's really unusual for him, but he still managed to take the win. That's pretty impressive.
35% definitely isn't bad by any standards, but
No. But he's
not
only
as,
shot 14 rails, which is how many
yeah.
Psalms Goblin hit. So it's...
Yeah.
Psalms Goblin definitely did a good job of not giving up those rail angles and not letting him get the rail as much as he'd like.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even a bit of respect, that's it, not wanting to take as many rail fights.
Alright, so now we're moving on to Ruins. Where we'll see Strog and Galena. And both players are ready. Alright, we'll jump straight into this. I think Ratsoup's definitely going to have to try and get his get that rail a little bit more this match. So I know Psalms Goblin's going to be all over it, and he's going to be hitting his shots. Alright, second map, 1-1. Psalms Goblin did have that one map in hand for winning the upper bracket game.
So who are we starting on?
Now we're all tied up. Alright, let's start on Psalms Goblin this time with this Galena. See how quickly he can get this triple totem set up. And he will get this mega spawn. Yeah, not really ideal for the Galena, but...
He's got to be careful trying to get a small armor here. Ratsoup. He hears Ratsoup, so his coast is clear. And, I mean, he really wants rail, and Ratsoup knows it. And he's able to just get in quickly and get out.
So Ratsoup maybe wasn't expecting to quite come through like that, just sort of charging through. But it works for him, and here we go, the first engagement. Little bit of damage from Ratsoup, and quite, they're both just going to fall back, and here we go. This is where Psalms Goblin wants to be. He wants to be down here on this heavy. He's got his first totem down. There are a bunch of time vials here for him.
You may have heard Mega there as well. And both players are playing it very slow.
Yeah, this is an extreme change from the map we just saw. I know it's a lot bigger. And there we go. First rock's coming in. Nice little bit of spam through the bottom of the mega platform. Oh, great prediction there from Ratsoup. Pushes Psalms Goblin out. And Ratsoup will secure this mega. Not really enough time for him to get over to this mega, but does Psalms know? He does.
Yeah.
And Ratsoup's not going to try and push in here.
He is the water. He knows where Ratsoup is. Both players sort of switching their weapons a bit there. And I mean, we've got both items pretty much the same time. Neither player's making commitment yet. Oh, and Psalms commits to getting this heavy.
So that was a dangerous drop down. He wasn't even looking where Ratsoup was, just sort of hoping he doesn't come behind him. And there we go, Ratsoup dropping down on him. That's a really risky play. If Psalms does that, no, he doesn't quite connect with the LG. Both players are super low. But
I would like to see a rocket jump out of Psalms right now, just secure that mega. But I don't think he realized A, that Ratsoup didn't get that mega, and B, how low he was. But he does get that mega now. Oh, great rail from Ratsoup.
So that may have just, pushing Psalms Goblin back down to this lower ground. It means that he will get this heavy, but no, I take that back with that second rail there. He might be able to steal it away. But
we have a triple totem coming up in just a second.
This is what he's waiting for, so we can get this overstuck up. Just wants to hide it somewhere where it... There we go. And this is now where Ratsup has to start being a little careful. He has to find these totems. There we go. There goes one. And I think he's on the path to find that second one. Once this Kalani gets triple totem set up, it can be really hard to stop her.
We're 2.5 minutes into the game, and we haven't seen a frag yet. Oh, great LG
might change right now. Huge damage from both players. You can't hit. He's pulling out Pika. What a great Pika! It doesn't quite connect though. Both rails not connecting, and there we go. Ratsup finally hitting the rail to take the frag, which will also secure him that mega. And if he's quick, he might even try and contest with this heavy, but no. Both players missing that rail. And that will... Samscom, but Samscom just got his triple totems back up. A nice rail there from Ratsup to take away some of that stack. But
the LG comes out and Sams just somehow wins that fight.
Barely staying alive. That totem would have saved his life in that fight. That little bit of extra stack. He's still got this triple up.
Ratsup hits a nice
rail actually, but not going to be doing anything really because now Sam's
guys,
still got this
just
health.
Not to interrupt this match, but I can confirm now. Phrase just took down Donna 2 maps to 1. Really close third map, only 2 frags in it. It came down to a final frag with about 30 seconds to go. And yeah, Phrase knocked Donna out of the AQL, and now Phrase is in the top 6, so we'll see him later on stream.
Wonderful, there you go. Sounds like a great set of matches at the moment. I'm sure Div 1 is going to offer some exciting matches later on tonight, so stick around for all those. Back to this match. Still only 1-1, 4 minutes in.
Ratsup in full control now. He's going to be happy about this.
So he's got a monster stack, but that's the exact way Sam's Goblin wants to open this up. Still a long time for this Mega, so he's got to be careful to sit in here. Sam's Goblin, he screws up that movement, and the double direct from Sam's Goblin.
I mean, that was just a bad push by Ratsup, and he got punished.
Yeah.
But,
this was
Sam's is swapping it. Wow,
Ratsup. Too risky there, trying to run in, basically hoping that he just misses the shot, and Sam's Goblin isn't going to miss a shot like that.
Yeah.
So he's got one totem still sitting here. There we go, gets the second one out, trying to put it at the edge of the TP for a bit of a trap. Might get activated right now, actually, if... Sam's Goblin just going to hold this T ground. And Ratsup, great rail there. Both players connecting.
5-minute warning.
Ratsup's got to be careful because if he goes through this TP, that totem's always going to kill him, but it won't matter because Sam's Goblin's going to do it before that happens. In a nice rail.
I mean, Sam's able to get this he won't be able to get this heavy, but... Oh, wait, he might just be able to get it.
I don't think Ratsup has timing on this. And there we go, there's that totem we were just talking about. Picks up that heavy.
Yeah, Sam's should know exactly where Ratsup is. It's an LG fight. And this should be a frag for Sam's. But a great rail from Ratsup, and Sam's is in trouble.
I'm saying that totem's not going to be enough to save him for another rail, and he's just showing just his arm around the corner of that pillar. And Ratsup, with his sharp aim, will take that shot, and he will connect. Pushing in with the nail gun. Knocking a great tri-bolt there.
Yeah.
Again, it's Ratsup. He's done some damage, but it was just before that mega, and he's put himself so low. Great prediction, but Sam's gone so clean with that rail.
Yeah.
Ratsup trying to push in.
And I mean, both players are just sort of trying to hit rails right now. We got triple totems for Sam's, and he's going to be comfortable coming into this mega.
So Ratsup is still railable here for this, but there we go. He gets the mega.
And
Ratsup
I mean,
is actually hitting the damage though. 2 rails to none.
Yeah.
Well, this has just completely changed this game now.
I mean, that's what happens when you just bank on hitting your rails. You could just miss, and I mean, he's punished for that.
Yeah, and look at the stack that Ratsup has. It's huge right now. Got over 300 stack, and he just pushes into rail like Ratsup wasn't going to be there. And he does good damage, yeah, but
yeah,
Ratsup's alive. He's got Mega to come onto now. And this will be another frag for him now because Armstrong's got nothing. Great rockets with the direct.
Yeah, Ratsup suddenly, I mean, he's looking up. He's in the lead. Only a few minutes left. In a great position here, and another rail.
Stopwatch.
And yeah.
There we go, secures that that heavy. And even with the totems that Samsgom's had, Ratsup's just been able to hit those shots.
Stopwatch.
There we go. Triple totems back up. So Stack's even right now.
Oh, he's caught jumping though. That's gonna be a frag.
That was...
And Ratsuit might even check for totems here.
Yeah, there we go. He gets that
Gets one.
Doesn't get the other one though. Perfect timing for that heavy. Didn't quite see that totem. Arms Goblin just hang around just beneath me. Hear him there. Pulling out the beaker. He knows where he is. This is actually good try with the beaker, but Arms Goblin too quick with the rail.
Ratsuit doesn't really need to push that. He knows exactly where Psalms is now. But he left this heavy up. He's gonna be slow to it, but Psalms doesn't know timing, so he's not gonna show up. Yeah, I mean,
So Ratstrip's in a really strong position right now. It's just he's 2 frags in the lead with 2 minutes to go. Full control, but then that happens, and that's just what can happen with these sort of players. Just a huge amount of damage so quick, and it's not connected enough with that rail, that LG, and he misses that rail, and then he has to pull out 30 HP. And now Psalms Goblin, he knows how low he is. He does catch one of those totems now for Ratsuit. But even still, he's low on stack right now, and what went from full control looking perfect for him has just gone horribly. He does hear the timing on that heavy. Still just gonna have to play quiet until he gets more armor.
Yeah. And I mean, the time is definitely on Ratsuit's side, but he hits that totem and Psalms knows exactly where he is. Oh, and he should get a frag here. Great rail from Ratsuit though, and Psalms railable as well. Make her about spawn.
Huge damage, but yeah, can't connect that final rail, and there we go.
And
Great
that
shot
should
by
be
Ratsuit.
the game.
That will do it, I think. Yeah, Ratsuit, I think he's happy with that one. And this is, yeah. Psalms Goblin's being caught out. Good bit of machine gun damage, but nothing compared
And
to
I think the difference
rails
we
of
saw that
Ratsuit.
match, 64% rail out of Ratsuit versus 28% out of Psalms. Like, there are a lot of situations where Ratsuit just hit the clutch rails he needed to.
Yeah, exactly right.
And or there was just situations, they both went for the rail shot. And I think that's just sort of how their playstyle matches up. Whoever hits more rails on this map wins. But yeah. Ratsuit taking this second map. It's going to be a 2-1 lead for him. And we're going into Deep Embrace for a third.
Gonna see the lights come out now from both players, actually. And there we go. Yeah, that's Ratsuit picking up his rail from last match. 63%, hitting 21 shots compared to the 5 of the Awoken.
I'll leave you and Hamo to cast the third map.
And what a
Let's
map.
go!
What a map this is going to be,
making a huge comeback in this Division 2 Grand Final. I want to note that Ratsuit came second last season in Division 2. And the player he came second to it was in Division 1 this season. And also that Adam beat Ratsuit in the upper bracket and knocked him down into the lower bracket. So Ratsuit's really making a big comeback right now. He's really pulling it together and showing Psalms Goblin, you know, not so fast, little grasshopper.
I think he's also just got a bit of vengeance from life. He doesn't want to end up second again. He wants to show that he can play with the Div 1 boys. So, and playing like this, I certainly think he can.
Yeah. So you're here with Fuzzy and Mix05.
All right, lights up. They're ready. Let's rock. I think we're going to be in... No, they're not ready. That's from last match. I think this is going to be another explosive match like Awoken. We're going to just see a lot of Athena hooking onto these items. LG battles like crazy. And rails. Lots and lots of rails. Both players are ready. Let's kick this off.
Both light champions, you know, often the kind of advantage you have over Athena is the fact that she's a light champion. And yeah, you can really struggle when you're playing against Athena just to like maintain what the hell is going on, because she's just like everywhere all the time.
Especially on this map where it's so small, but you've just got those double layers.
Yeah.
And the Athena's going to be able to get between those vertical layers so much easier, because the only other ways up are either really far apart or you have to go up the jump pads, which makes so much noise.
All right, so who we starting on, Mr. Streamer?
I want to see this Athena. I want to see what he's got.
Okay. And I just want to confirm, if Ratsup wins this map, he will be the Division 2 Grand Final victor. He will be finally taking the crown home. And Sam's Goblin still has 2 maps to get in the bag. But here we go. Third map of their Grand Final. And Sam's with the rail in hand straight off the bat. Let's see what he can do with it. Wants to try to force Ratsup's, what do you call it in this game? The invis, it's not called Windwalk, it's not called, is it called Ghost Walk? It's called Ghost Walk. Sorry, I always stuff that up. He's trying to force out Ratsup's Ghost Walk right here, and he might be able to do it. Ratsup choosing not to Ghost Walk, kept it in hand still, and even though he was railable, Sam's Goblin didn't go for it. Both players, you can tell, like, both players a little bit cautious of each other right now. A lot of respect coming out. And Ratsup, he's going in aggressive here with the Ghost Walk. Does he know where Sam's Goblin is? Sam's Goblin with the really interesting grapples just then, just to, like, kind of confuse Ratsup, get away from Ratsup. Knew Ratsup wanted to get the frag there. And, yeah, he's able to get out of Ratsup's way, and he's trying to stabilize right now.
That's what the Athena's able to do really well. She's able to, yeah, just grapple around these corners so quick, and that's really good on this map. Look at all the angles on it, and he will be able to secure the heavy now. Here's Ratsup just underneath him. Oh, we're going to see great rail from Ratsup there.
And I'm not sure, like, should you be prioritizing the Mega as a light champion? I think maybe you should. Sam's Goblin did have the opportunity to kind of choose before which one to get, because he had Ratsup trap.
I think I'd be going for the heavy every time, just especially great direct there, pushing him back down onto that lower ground. And there we go. I think both players, they want this heavy right now. We're going to see an engagement for it. Sam's Goblin, oh, he just misses that rail. Ratsup waiting patiently for it. Great shot from him.
Oh, Ratsup, he's like an iron fist right now. He's just cannot be pushed, and he oh my god, both players go for this Mega. Ratsup will beat him to it with the invis and get the frag. So here we go. Ratsup could get a full underdog story right now. Come back, get a clean sweep in the final after getting knocked down. And he has gotten the first frag on this final map.
So let's not get too ahead of us. There's still a long way to go. 8 more minutes of this intense filled chaos map. And Sam's Goblin flying through the air. Luckily for him, Ratsup didn't have the rail out. Ratsup now actually taking the rail really low. Hiding down this lower section here. Sam's Goblin, he wants his frag, but Mega is up. Sam's Goblin not going to get there in time. Missing rails, both players. Great shot there from Sam's Goblin. Using this hook to move around this map really fast.
Quite low now. He's got his invis up though. And, oh, that rail is so punishing. Now, like, what can he do? He can't go up. Oh my goodness, 90 damage from that tri-bomb.
Yep.
Every single time you can land like around 100 damage on a light champion, you are crippling them so hard and leveling the playing field. And here we go, Ratsup. Here's Sam's go for that Mega. Tries to deny him the entry, but takes a direct rocket, and that's going to put him on the back foot. And oh my god, what a beautiful rocket to rail combo right there. The cerebral play there from Adam to know that Ratsup was going to come out of the invis, go straight for that light armor, and get the frag with the rail follow-up as well. Just a beautiful setup and a beautiful play there by Sams. And look, now he's just fragging off the spawn. So much damage coming out. Actually, Ratsup does hit the direct rocket. That does kind of level things a little bit.
Sam's Goblin, he's going to get these armor, and he's got that Mega immediately. And so we're pretty much back to where we were just before. And using his hooks, he can get straight over this heavy. Do a little tickle there onto the next. But no, there we go. But this is the thing, he gets that rail off. But now Sans backs off, picks up this heavy, and now back in the stack lead here. Good shot from Ratsu. Another one.
Oh,
Using the hook
Ratsu,
to
this is
save
an
him.
opportunity.
What a shot from Sams. Clean flick there on a Ratsu. Taking that frag. Another great one after that mega pickup. He's got to be careful here. Even at this range, this shotgun can do some damage. He's only on 30 health.
The
Ratsu.
amount of pressure that's on you in those fights when both players just railing each other, you know that whichever player misses is going to die, and neither player is missing. If both players are shooting as fast as they possibly can, and then you hit that rail that gets you the kill, and you are railable yourself. Just huge amounts of pressure and amazing clutch gene Sans Goblin has.
Especially when you've got a grand final potentially on the line to hit some of these rails. And both players really low railable here. And no one wants to make that mistake and move out into the open.
A lot of respect there from Sams. Oh, what a rail. Oh!
Like the perfect weapon switch there to Machine Gun. He knew how low he was. That's the thing, one rail on these lights and they're so low.
That's just such good judgment to know how low Ratsup was. And Ratsup probably could have gotten the frag there if he pushed Sams, but chooses not to. And both players really low, both players playing with a lot of respect right now, just being like, alright, let's just back off, you get your thing, I'll get my thing, we'll sort this out later.
So Sam's Goblin, he's got so much armor here, but he's really he's still railable.
He's still railable on 27 health right here. If he cops a rail, he will die. He needs to get some HP, and there you go. Now he's not railable anymore. So,
and with those two bubbles, that puts him into a really good spot. Hook is exactly straight up top, and I don't think Ratsup was ready for that. He had the gauntlet out sitting there trying to listen, and forces out the invis. This is really good here for Sam's Goblin now. Great rail. There's no invis here. He could push in, but no. He's going to let him stay up. He's going to secure some of these items, but that will give the heavy over to Ratsu. But Ratsu's still certainly not healthy here, and Sam's Goblin, he is hunting. Extremely strong. 1 HP now on Ratsu. Can he get this last stick? But he's railable. He's got to be so careful. Oh, he sees his leg. Not quite enough time to react to it. Pushing on this armor. Both players are going to get hit. Ratsu, he hits himself. But no. Somehow Ratsu actually takes that frag out. Sam's Goblin. He knows how low he is, though. He's not going to push. He's going to let him get the heavy.
I'm actually amazed by how much poise and control Sam's Goblin has. After, back against the wall, final match, potentially getting knocked out of the tournament, and the decisions that he's making and the choices, the game plan that he's come into this match with has been so measured and such a great approach. And he's just not letting up versus Ratsup. He's not giving him the easy frags, but oh my goodness, what a beautiful rocket.
So he's playing this like it's just any other match. You wouldn't think there's a grand final on the line if he loses this match.
Oh, I don't know if I'd say any other match. Like, he's definitely playing at a really high standard, a standard that you probably only see come out in a grand final. But he definitely is playing with great poise and making really good decisions still. He hasn't crumbled at all, which quite often we see the emotional crumble happen once you're 2 maps down in a grand final with your back against the wall. But yep, he's doing a great job here, and only 4 frags in it. Ratsup could bring it back. He needs to kind of get a conversion soon though, but we can see many frags get racked up on this map quickly, so anything can really happen yet.
So this is dangerous for Sam's Goblin. He's hanging around. He hears that jump pad, so he knows the Nyx is around, but he jumps straight over to it, and that's a messy frag there, and Ratsup will take it.
Oh my god, Ratsup has got to be happy about that one. He needs to hit a lot of LG here, and Sam's Goblin probably shouldn't have used the thing. The grapple there. He might have been able to get the frag, but now it's only 2 frags in it. 1 minute 30 to go. Can Ratsup close his sight? Can he win the tournament right now? Or will Sam's Goblin be able to defend himself and hold his lead and take it into the next map?
So I would say this is heaps of time, but again, he's playing this Athena. She can get away so quick, but that's a great rail. Let's look in the right direction, and there we go, a second one! And that's just for the heavy. Alright, Ratsup, he's in a perfect situation to try and take this to overtime now.
Back, he's got 300 health. Sam's Goblin cannot be fighting this, not with an LG anyway. And he's evened it up. 1 minute to go.
Ratsup knows where he is.
Ratsup has absolute control right now. And yeah, Sam's Goblin back against the wall now. What can he do?
That was a really good rail. That was 2 fantastic rails in. Pushing in good Ghost Walk there to save Ratsup potentially. But Sam's Goblin, he will get the stack here they need. Great rail from Ratsup. Sam's Goblin is crippled right now. Ratsup, he doesn't have any armor, and the Mega's not coming up for 15 seconds, so he does have to be careful. He's just waiting here for this shot, which will mean that Sam's Goblin will take this high ground. Ratsup is still just waiting patiently. He knows it's coming soon. If you wait 30 seconds, it will eventually show up. There we go. He gets the armor shard that he needs. But that will give away his position. Mega is up. Both players. One up top, one down bottom. Staring off, but they both have the exact same idea. They both run off to heavy. But no, Ratsup,
So much respect right here.
Yeah. These players know that this next frag could potentially be the difference between winning the Div 2 Grand Finals or losing
This
it.
is frag point right now. Frag point. Next person to get a frag will... I mean, if Ratsup gets a frag, he will take it out. So Sam's Goblin knows his tournament is on the line right now. And Ratsup just playing so carefully. He's caught Sam's Goblin out. What can Sam's Goblin do? This frag could be it. Oh my god. He's used the Ghost Walk. Sam's Goblin trying to get away. And Adam can get away. And Ratsup cannot close it out just yet. Both players will go back to their respective majors. And what kind of collision are we going to see now?
So you can see the nerves of these players right now, missing these rails. There's a bit of shaking hand going in there. Again, we're going to slow down. I don't think a Ratsup wants to take this for another 10 seconds. He wants to wait till he gets his ability back up. That's basically just a lifeline for him. If he makes a mistake, he can just Ghost Walk to get out of there. And with both items being on the exact same time here, he will also guarantee an item. But Sam's Goblin, he's the one over on that heavy, so...
So much respect. Neither player even going for the peak rails. Neither player even trying to lay down the damage. Both players trying to wait for the other one to make a move right now. There is so much nerves right now. So much on the line.
So the difference from this right now compared to the start of this match, or that first map, is immeasurable. And there we go, he gets the push with the fantastic rockets. And there we go, that's the Ghost Walk. He's actually playing this aggressively. That could be really dangerous for him.
What a grapple! That rocket probably would have killed him. Oh, they've caught each other out, and Sam's Goblin does get the frag. We're going to another map. 2 maps apiece in this grand final. Final map for Division 2.
Wow, we're going all the way.
Oh my god, what a frag there. And, oh my god, look at the accuracies that both players had that match.
50% rail from both players. 45-35. That was just... They were playing that so strong. Like, just every angle. They'd peek these rails, take so much damage. They'd hit everything. That was so well played by both players. And then you see at the very end, when it comes to that match point, the way they changed their playstyle and slow down, you see Sam's Goblin waiting for the perfect opportunity to use his grapple to get in and get that frag.
And
in the end, it pays off for it.
The damages that match only 15 damage, 3,371 to 3,388, and both players, like, seriously, that 15 damage was pretty much that final fight. And yeah, Sam's Goblin taking out that map. Now we get to go to a final map. What map is it?
We get a Blood Cove, an Anarchy v BJ on Blood Cove. It's yeah, I know it's going to be an interesting one. It's unusual, and I'm excited for it. I'm really excited to see. I think it was... What have we got on... we've got Ratsup on the Anarchy and Sam's Goblin on the BJ. That duel... Ratsup cannot be anywhere near Sam's Goblin when he uses that.
Yeah, especially when he's got that LG dual wield
If
going.
he's got an LG dual wield, Ratsup will just be absolutely melted.
Although, Anarchy is probably the hardest character to hit, so will Sam's Goblin's aim stand up with Ratsup on Anarchy?
I think if he keeps playing like that, I think it will.
It's a really interesting matchup right now. I think Sam's Goblins brought out the R. Ratsup's brought out the ready. Both players ready to get into it. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, if you're in the chat, let's see who you think's going to win this one. Is it going to be Sam's Goblin? Is it going to be Ratsup? Who's going to be taking out the Division 2 Grand Final? What a match we have on our hands. And I'm so excited.
This is going to be potentially one of the best matches of the night, I reckon. Even looking at Div 1 matches, this game is going to be so hot. Both these players really want to win. I think especially Ratsup after last season, after an unnamed assailant managed to take him down in the finals. He wants it. He's hungry for it.
And I mean, mind you, I want to just say this is a bit like the grasshopper and the teacher kind of vibes, because I think Ratsup did bring Psalms Goblin over to Quake Champions from TF2 and taught him how to play initially. So I mean, this is a bit like, does the student take down the teacher? You know?
I guess we're gonna
I guess we
find
just have
out
to
in
wait and
yeah,
see.
10 minutes. We'll find out this.
Prepare to fight.
All right, let's begin on Ratsup. Let's see what he can do with this anarchy.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
And he will get this mega spawn. He is gonna come over here and grab this armor shard. Good to see. Maximizing that stack he can off the start of the game. Picking up the mega. That will give us a little bit of split in items. And pushing through, here we go. First engagement. Nail spam against TP. Doesn't hit much, but he's just pushing into that nail. You've got to be so careful doing that now with a huge nail gun. And there we go. He just runs back after. Goes up. Rocket jumps. Great rocket jump. But he gets caught on the ledge. Psalms Goblin hitting some great rockets on him. And he's trying to jump over. Great rocket, defensive rocket there. And the rail to get that first frag. That was huge from Ratsup. So Heavy is up. Still a few more seconds before Mega. But Ratsup's happy to stay over this side of the map. He'll get this armor shard. And we'll secure his mega. That was one frag up. 45 seconds in. Didn't see any use of the jewel there from the BJ. But Ratsup really kept him back there. Now, I don't know if he's going to expect him here on the side. He doesn't! And that was a fantastic
completely
entry
caught
rocket.
out. Oh my god, what a trap there from Psalms Goblin.
That was really well played. He's looking at the right angle, and he looks away at last second.
And Ratsup even using his inject there, getting nothing out of it. Psalms Goblin completely destroying him with 3 direct rockets, straight out of the blue. And Ratsup, that would have made him jump in his seat, I reckon.
Yeah, and Ratsup actually did a really good damage there with that nail, and he's actually managed to steal away this mega somehow, pushing Psalms Goblin off. Stacks for Nick to play. Oh no, that was such a great rocket coming through there.
What a beautiful rocket, not even at the ground, straight at Ratsup's face, knows that he'll be jumping through. And yeah, that's the kind of play that you're going to see from these Division 2 players.
This is not what I would have expected for a tournament match. Like, this is the winner of this takes this tournament down, and they are playing so aggressively here. And he didn't accept him on the other side. Great rail there from Psalms Goblin. Ratsup is railed. He's got to get back here. Is he going to go for the mega, or is he going to respect? No, he's not going to. He's not going to try and push in on this. He will give it up to Psalms Goblin. They're both players now. Oh, what a rail. He was waiting for that angle. Psalms Goblin is finding it hard to get his armor up right now. He is going to get this heavy. Ratsup uses the jewel, maybe a little bit preemptively there. He heard the jump pad and just assumed Ratsup was coming over to fight for it, but he wasn't. So there we go. Now this gives him a good 40-second window where Ratsup is safe to sort of getting close now. As before, you did not want to get caught out by BJ when you just got that jewel wheel down.
And we... Oh, what a move by Ratsup. Just waiting for Psalms Goblin to come to that jump pad, and then he jumps and beats him to the thing, but he's not able to quite deliver enough damage, and now Ratsup is actually on the back foot. Will he drop? He drops down for this! Oh my goodness, Ratsup with 10 health remaining after that fight probably shouldn't have come out on that on top, somehow manufactured the frag, and here we go, 2-1 up, 3 minutes in. This is so close.
So he's going to get his inject back here, so he's going to have a good stack. Doesn't even need it. Mega's coming up, and yeah, he's hurting behind it. The jewel wheel comes out. Only got machine gun here, and he's using great rockets to sort of push it back. He actually wants to fight this, and I don't blame him with the rockets he's hitting right now. That even allows him to deny that armor. And he'll fall back here, jump on this mega, and look at that. Almost all the armor is now gone for Psalms Goblin. He's on a stack of 75 right now.
And I think Psalms Goblin's probably thinking, I did quite a lot of damage there. You know, I did pretty well, but now Psalms Goblin has only 75 HP and no armor, and there's nothing spawning on his side of the map, and Ratsup is on almost maximum stack. So Psalms Goblin really on the back foot right now.
This is scary for Psalms Goblin. He's got to be careful, and Ratsup's found him. Great entry rock there, but I don't think he expected Psalms Goblin to just run straight past him. Secures this mega. And look at that. With that single engagement there, stacks back down to even. 100. Pretty much next damage is should win this. Oh, there we go. Psalm's Goblin sitting there on a perfect 100 and the perfect direct from Ratsu. We'll clean him up. 3-1 so far, 4 minutes in.
This isn't looking good for Psalm's Goblin. Ratsoup's also got the fast character. It's hard to frag a fast character when you don't have something to match their speed on a big map like this. And yeah, we're just we need to see something come out of Psalm's Goblin. We need to see him gain control. We need to see him trap Ratsoup. We need to see him unleash some major damage. Right now, we're not seeing any of that. We're just kind of seeing Ratsoup laying down the pain. Ratsoup just destroying Psalm's Goblin right now. 3 frags up, and that fight, absolute demolition.
So he wasn't going to miss those shots. And that will secure. And he got, not only that, he got a quite clean frag there. So now, look at this. Look at this stack again. Psalm's Goblin. He's still just getting weapons. A bit early for this this heavy still. Good HMG. Really good HMG actually coming out from Psalm's Goblin. But, yeah, Ratsu, same weapon. Keen to return the favor.
If Psalm's Goblin kept using the HMG, probably would have gotten the frag there, but he swapped to rockets for some reason. And yeah, we're seeing a slip away here for Psalm's Goblin. The dream, he was so close before when he was 2 maps up, but yeah, Ratsu so in control on this map now, and Psalm's Goblin really needs to see this turn around in his favor. Otherwise, I don't know, it's just not going to pan out.
It's looking scary for him. He just rocket jumped over to get that rail, and now he'll get heavy. Ratsu looking to do a bit of damage, but Psalm's Goblin not going to allow it. He's just going to run back over here, pick up this Mega. See, at least for Psalm's Goblin. Oh, great rocket. He knows what he's going to do. Push it straight in. So the advantage Psalm's Goblin's got here, at least he's taking this heavy away from Ratsu. Ratsu, I'm sure, would be loving it. What a rail!
Wow,
perfect
that rail.
flick right onto his head. That's all he could see.
What an odd place to assume your opponent's going to be, you know. And yeah, it just seems like Ratsup has Psalm's Goblin completely under his thumb right now.
Yeah.
He's predicting Psalm's Goblin's every move, and Psalm's Goblin not being able to convert his damage, not being able to do the... You know, he can't hit this Anarchy. The Anarchy is so hard to hit. This is exactly what we were talking about before the game. Anarchy is so hard to hit, and Psalm's Goblin's such an aim-heavy player. He's just not quite able to convert the same level of damage that he's used to doing, and he's just not getting the frags that he usually can get. And yeah, this is just working out so heavily in Ratsup's favor right now.
And Psalm's Goblin, he hasn't been able to get much use of these dual wields either. Oh, beautiful rocket to clean that up. And that's 7-1, 7 minutes in. I don't see any way Psalm's Goblin can bring 6 frags back in 3 minutes. Not against Anarchy with a BJ. He's just
starting to slip away right here. I don't know. Psalm's Goblin emotionally might be letting go. The dream might not be alive. And Ratsup finally getting so close to holding onto that crown, getting so close to putting it on his head. But Psalm's Goblin hitting some damage finally. Not quite able to convert the frag though, and he needs to convert something soon.
So Psalm's Goblin doesn't have time for this.
Minute.
Yeah, he's just got to go.
Yeah, he's got to get in there. He's got to get damage.
And that's a great rail from Ratsup. He's gonna have to keep pushing, and then a direct as well. It's pretty much just, I think, sealed the fate of Psalm's Goblin there.
I see.
And he's still got that inject to use. It doesn't even matter if he loses his heavy hit, and doesn't even, he'll get that rail. And look how low Psalm's Goblin is. He's got so much armor. But that doesn't matter when you're so low on HP. Great use of this HMG, now has 1 HP. And he can just leave him up. It doesn't matter, because he'll come over here, pick up this Mega. Slight little bit for the rocket jump, but that doesn't matter. He'll get the Mega, get the light. And now we're down to 2 minutes left, still with 6 frags to go.
I don't know, like,
Thank you,
need to
Robkov.
be doing something, brother. Like, don't be just getting this heavy. You need to find Ratsup. You need to do the damage. Here we go, Psalm's Goblin. This is the final fight. He needs to be able to get a frag here, and Ratsup very smartly just running away. And Psalm's Goblin, your tournament chances. Oh my god.
That was such a beautiful predicted rocket from Ratsup there.
Yeah, and he's just completely got Psalm's Goblin worked out right now.
Yeah.
You know, the more experienced Quake player, and the more he got to play against Psalms, the more he kind of worked him out, it seems. And your Rat Soup just playing such excellent Quake right now. And for a Division 2 Grand Final, guys, I think we're going to see both of these players in Division 1 next season. They're a very high standard. And this has been just a really good game. You know, we're on the 5th map, and both players played so excellently the whole time. And Rat Soup not even allowing the gauntlet to come into him. He doesn't want to play, you know, wants to take this seriously to the end. And there you go. That's probably the final frag we'll see. Rat Soup being the Division 2 Grand Final victor. Amazing journey through the finals as well for Rat Soup and the season.
Yeah.
Coming second last season and able to make his whole way through, beating Shrulls, beating Deport Ramen in the finals, and beating Kwachi as well, and Thief. So, yeah, fantastic journey for Rat Soup, and what a fitting way for Division 2 to finish up with the runner-up from last season, taking out this season, showing what he's got, and let's see if we can get Rat Soup in for a quick interview.
You lose.
Is Rat Soup going to come on the way, Fuzz?
I'm just checking now.
And for everyone else, don't go anywhere. Division 1 top 6 will be up next. We'll be starting probably that in about 10 minutes. So hang around and we'll host Shafttastic TV for those Division 1 finals. We're just going to interview Rat Soup, I think.
Yep. And
he's just going to plug his microphone in. And then we'll get on to those Division 1 Grand Finals.
So we've got plenty of Division 1 action still to come. So stay tuned. Hours more of Quake goodness from the AQL. Plus, we still have the Grand Finals for Divisions 4 and 5 still to be played later on tonight as well. Starting at 7:30 for those matches.
And just
there we go. We got
getting Rat Soup in here. Might have to move him.
There we go.
Yep. Rat Soup, you're currently muted. FYI.
Nah, I don't have a mic, so this is my mic.
Oh, okay, sweet.
There we go.
Well, congratulations, mate. You got knocked down into the lower bracket by the guy that you took out in the grand final. You're the Division 2 Grand Final, winner, champion. You finally got the crown after coming runner-up last season, and just congratulations on winning. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I was scared about him earlier today. He was farming me in the first games we played. But, yeah, I don't know. I just felt good on Awoken, and then it sort of rolled over.
That deep embrace really came down as a nail biter. Were you feeling confident going into the 5th map there, or the 4th map there after?
I was still feeling pretty good because I have played Blood Covenant a fair bit more than he has. I don't usually play Anarchy, but I don't mind him on that map really. I should have won the deep embrace, but I did the bot. I don't know why I dived on the Mega. That was dumbass.
And what do you think was so convincing about Blood Cov? How you took that away? What did you do to really make sure you strategically took that one away from him?
Well, because I was just really trying to do what he was trying to do to me, with the rails. I was always just pre-aiming where he would be pre-aiming with rails, because it's such a rail map. There's kind of not too much else to do. But I really tried to have a bit of a comfortable cycle, and then using the ability in between if I needed to. But it was mostly rail, trying to just keep distance.
Yeah, I noticed that Psalms only actually got 50 damage with the LG that entire map. So you obviously made sure you were outside of that LG.
Yeah, I was
raid.
all on Awaken. I was he was beating me with LG hard, so even not, he didn't use it too much on Deep Embrace, but his LG is very good, and his rail, all of it. He's good. He's really good. I thought he was going to win.
What do you reckon for next season? Do you think yourself, maybe Adam, will be able to qualify for Division 1?
Yeah, I think Adam definitely will be able to. I'll try again, but we'll see how it go.
All right. Well, congratulations again on becoming the Division 2 winner. And do you have any thanks to make? Any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out the fellas. They're always pretty funny, and they're always in a good mood and hyping me up for each final and games we got streaming. And also Adam, we played a fair bit together this season, and he put in such a big effort to get really good. First season playing, and he'll definitely. I think he'll do mid Div 1 next season if he keeps up this rate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that about wraps up the Division 2 season and grand finals. And for everyone watching the broadcast, we'll be hosting Shaftastic now and moving over to their stream. So thank you very much, Ratsup. Excellent play.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're going to be moving on. Fuzzy, can you do /host?
Yes, I
Shaftastic
can.
TV,
Just before we
please?
move over, just a few thanks to make. Thank you to. Can we in the chat? Can we get huge thanks to Hamo and Shruls for joining us in the casting, as well as RR Lucky. And who else did we have? I'm sorry, I've forgotten. It was Magnetic or something. Whoever it was. Sorry, you did fair. Yeah, Magnet. Yes, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much for all the casting help today. Everyone for watching. Stay tuned. As I say, we are going over to Shaftastic. And to Kawachi as well for allowing this all to happen. So, but as I say, we've got heaps more still to come. So, we're now going to host Shaftastic, and they will take you through the Div 1 brackets. Enjoy.